Okay, we'll just do that for now. Okay. Okay. We'll just do.
Yo. Welcome to the Green Room Show right here on Governors Comedy Radio Stations podcast. I'm here with Tony Tone, the Love Bone.
I'm here with Don Sill, King of the Hill.
And we're here. It is Governor's Green Room Show. We're live from the Governor's Green Room. Right across the hallway from us is the Green Room. Ben Bailey is in there now getting prepped and ready to go on tonight. Fat Jay's on the stage now.
Kicking ass.
And a surprise addition to the show tonight was the host, the MC, the host with the most, Mr. Tony Walker himself.
Holy moly.
Got to go up there. It's like a sold-out show.
It's a sold-out show. That room is packed. I saw them actually adding tables in there.
Dude, that was awesome.
Great crowd. Even they even laughed at my jokes.
They were a great crowd. Tony, I got to say, man, I was impressed because what happened was I get here and the door's locked and Tony's not here yet. And I'm like, that's odd. Tony's normally here early, and so I say, "Hey, Tony, here." All of a sudden, I see Tony like 10 minutes later. He's like, "Oh shit!" He goes, "Dude, I gotta tell you what happened." I go, "What?" So they needed an MC. They didn't have one booked, so you got the green light from James for you to MC it, and then you had to mentally prepare.
I had no idea.
And this is at like 10 to 7 or whatever, or maybe even like it was 7:07, and the show started at 7.
Right.
So they're like, when does the show start? Well, the show started already at 7:00. So it was definitely all in. I got pictures of it. Here's one of Tony real quick of if you could see that. This is Tony on the stage just moments ago, warming up the crowd. You did really good. The crowd was eating out of your hand, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot.
You came out strong. You were woo cheering and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Took a selfie.
Yes,
which I think was great to do that. I saw the selfie. The selfie looks great.
I'll
too.
show you guys in a second. I'm still sharing the show all over.
And check it out on. We got to put that on your Instagram, the Governor's podcast Instagram.
I definitely will.
So Tony went up there and he literally had them all getting warmed up. He had them stretching out, and they all were doing it. They're all stretching their arms and stretching their necks. He had them doing everything he said, and then he spun the leg, and you could hear the crowd. Whoa! And Tony's like, what? What, this? And he does it again. Like, whoa, shit! And then he goes into his act of, the leg material. If for those of you who don't know what the leg material is, Tony was in a shark accident.
That's right.
Years ago,
and you should see the shark.
And
let me show you. I'll show you guys the selfie.
Yeah, the selfie is great. So what's great about this is that it just happened. It was just thrown into the fire. And, hey, when opportunity knocks, you have to be prepared. And that's what you were. You were ready to go.
Which is exactly what Ben Bailey was saying. It's like, just take advantage and have some fun out there.
Yeah, man.
All right, so there's my selfie of me on stage at Governor's.
That was just about 15, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. So, yeah, like Don said, I mean, the show literally was supposed to start, and I'm all of a sudden told that I'm emceeing was the word they were using. And I was like, what? I haven't been up in a few months.
Dude, you wouldn't know it. To be honest, you were natural up there. I was actually thinking to myself, the last time I saw you perform live was at your graduation from the comedy school.
Oh, shit, that was 3 years ago already.
Yeah. Oh, no, I did see you once before when you emceed for Cola.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was, actually, I think that was that last year?
That might have been a year ago
That might have been 2 years ago.
So it's been a minute since I've seen you up on stage.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I got to watch it. So I go around, standing out there watching from the side stage. I got a bunch of pictures that we'll put up on later on Instagram, on Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up Instagram's page. Also, will tag you on there. But anyway, and you first of all, you look natural up there, very comfortable. You killed. And I'm telling you, it's that likability and comfort. I always say this about comedians, is how important that is.
Right.
If people like you right out of the gates, they're going to go with you. They're going to follow you. And you had that. Plus, you had confidence. You didn't look nervous. You know, like you didn't look like you just got told 5 minutes ago that you were doing this. So you came out, hey, everybody, let's go, what? And you were just into it, fired up, and you had them all going. So it was kudos to you, my friend.
Thank you, pal.
Man, I'm proud
Thank
of
you,
buddy. You rocked it.
And now, having said that, it's been over 20 minutes since Jay went out there. So
yeah, you got to go.
He's supposed to be doing 25 to 30, so I think I'm going to have to go. Now, when Jay's done, I just got to introduce Ben Bailey, so I'll be back, and then Ben's doing probably at least 45, I would think.
And see if Jay can come in and
okay.
Yeah, have Jay come in here.
Bosey commented, Jeff, where are you? You're supposed to be in here.
If we get the Boastmeister to come in here with a whiskey would be freaking amazing.
All right, I'll be back. You all right?
Yeah. All right. And Bosey, man, it would have been so great. Because you never know, if you were here, maybe you would have also went on stage. You got to be in it to win it, man. But yeah, it was always fun. You never know what to expect here at Governor's Comedy Club, and in the Giggle Room is popping. Also, we got Tom Kelly headlining that one. It's a Tom Kelly and Friends show. We got Chris Williamson is emceeing that, and Jackie Mason, his daughter, is performing here as well. So we're hoping to get her in. Right now, everybody's just kind of scrambling and getting settled, and the shows are happening as we speak. So we're hoping to get some people filtering in here, but it's not always the case. But yeah, man, it was. Let's see if we got any comments or anything cooking while I'm rambling on. I need my glasses, my old man glasses. Yeah, it was cool. It was good to see Tony performing, and he is really good out there. I wasn't just juicing him up. Okay, give me a few and I'll be there. Okay, Jeff Bosey is on the way. Very cool. Also, don't forget tomorrow, if you do want to see us live, I will be live at the calendar release party. We have the calendar release party that I'm trying to find the poster for it, that Jen Snortland put together. It's a calendar of a lot of the local comedians, a lot of rising stars, a lot of future star comedians that I think if you buy this calendar and you look at it in like 5 years, you're going to be like, holy crap, I can't believe all these guys, we're all together on this calendar. Because I honestly believe that there's a few of them, if not all of them, are going to pop and make it to the next level. Tom Kelly, how you doing, buddy?
I just come in to see if are we streaming?
Yeah, we're streaming right now. Let's see if I can figure out the board. Tony is, oh, there he is. Tony's.
Oh God, I really only do shows where there's a minimum of 3 legs. 3 legs per.
We got to get Tom's mic. Which one's Tom's?
Tom's on.
All right,
Tom is on.
Good, because I'd hate for America to have missed my 3-leg joke.
Tom Kelly, we got Fat Jay coming in.
Fat Jay walking
just
in.
killed. Yeah. I don't want to steal the spotlight from my friend with a new. Wait, you just had a different shirt on in your.
Oh, he's got a thin shirt on, right? The slim fit. Yes.
Yeah, I kind of was like very into that shirt, and then I just sent you. Actually, I just sent you a DM. I just slid into your DMs.
Yeah, here we go.
I said I like your new shirt, and now you put the old shirt on top and a new shirt.
Can
why
we
am I giving you compliments?
Can we see the slim fit shirt on there?
I don't have it on.
Oh, okay. All right. So we see. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Actually,
You've seen it already.
Yeah, I did.
I think we're getting an X rating now after that.
Yeah, Jay, take your chair, Jay. I don't wanna,
I'm good.
No, I just saw more woman than I ever want to see.
Oh, hey.
I didn't even make my titty jump.
I saw the titty jump before.
Well, let's build
I got
up.
that.
Let's build up in the relationship. I want something to look forward to in this. How was your set, man? How did it go?
It was all right. Wasn't killer, but it was all right.
It sounded to me like it was killing.
Wow.
You came out swinging.
Maybe if you were opening for the host of Family Feud, it would have felt.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You came out swinging pretty good, man.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah. Maybe if it were Cash Ferry.
Maybe.
Trying to find another form of public. Cash Uber. Wait, try it again.
True.
Try it again. Ready? I got one. Ready? Maybe if you were opening for Cash Uber.
Cash Uber.
Cash Uber.
Dude, I had an idea for a show with Ubers a while ago, and somebody told me that it couldn't be done for some reason. But I wanted,
Uber says you can't tape the passengers.
That's because I wanted it to be Uber drivers, right, on a race. Let's say they're going from Montauk to Manhattan, and they got to do it per customer.
Per ride.
Yeah, and whoever gets there first wins.
Well, the trick is you got to partner with the big company.
I copywrote that already. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but if you keep it vague and call it rideshare race.
Yeah, there you go.
Triple R.
Yeah. Oh, that does it. Does sort of float. Ride. Share. No, it's ride. RSR.
Oh, I thought. Yeah.
So if we do that,
Ride, share.
Tom, let's work this out and we could sell it.
I like it.
Let's do it, man.
Just make it a TikTok
All of
channel.
us. Well, yeah. But it would be cool to see, and then you could put it in different cities or whatever, and they have to buy the rides.
Yeah, or just do it as one movie. You know what it is? Make it a reality movie.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. I'll let you do your interview with Jay. I didn't mean to interrupt, but
No, it's always great to have you
by the
here.
way, I'll leave the money on the table.
We got a nice little shot there. Hopefully we caught that on tape too. The
We
naked
did. We did.
body of
We
our
definitely
man,
did.
Fat Jay. We love Fat Jay. Dude, you did great, man. I loved how you came out and you're
I
like,
fucking cringed as soon as you walked in that fucking room. 'Cause every time you're around, I eat a dick.
me?
It
Really?
never fails. It's
Really?
I don't know.
Is it?
you're
I'm
like
in
a
your
fucking-
head? Am I in your head
No,
or something?
No.
Do
You're
you,
just
do
bad
you,
fucking
do you
juju.
think?
Hey,
You want to come in?
how you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Next on that show, but
Oh, you're
ne-
next.
okay,
You want to
cool.
come in after?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll
come
be
in.
here.
It'd awesome to talk to you.
Cool.
Awesome.
Um,
That's Jackie Mason's daughter,
yeah. What's her first name?
Sheba.
Sheba. Have you met her before? Worked with her before?
I've met her once or twice.
You ever make out with her? Or anything?
She would have sucked Ben Bailey's cock in a second if he pulled it out.
Oh yeah, I
By the
could
way,
say.
yeah.
It did kind of. I got that
You
that
saw
vibe
that,
too.
She
Yeah.
was sitting across, like her box was hanging out.
Nice.
I know those lips are long. Her lips.
Well, hey,
Like her
we got an
vag.
hour. Ben's on stage. Let's go in the green. That's what a green room is all about. Let's
No,
go.
stop.
Yeah.
She doesn't want the fucking feature. She wants the headliner.
Yeah.
She wants. Yeah.
Hey, you're Fat J, man. You're on your way, man. She should jump on it now while she still can.
I'm happily taken.
How do you quantify? You said the set that wasn't your best out there today.
It was all right. It
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah, why you
What's the measure? How do you
Yeah,
measure
I'm
it?
curious because I
crowd
think
like
you did
that,
great.
You want to kill. Like, you want to kill when it's like that because it's packed out.
It's
Right.
packed.
But they're not there for me. They're there for Ben. So
Yeah.
it's a little
Yeah,
tough.
but why do you think it was
But
just
if you
all right?
listen to the video when I opened for Vic, that was a murder.
Yeah?
That was not a murder. That was okay.
Okay.
That was okay.
Because it sounded like a murder to me. That's why I'm asking.
Sounds like
was
a murder
okay.
mystery to me.
It was all right.
No, yeah, I think you did great. I watched like the first couple minutes of your set, then we came in here and did this, and I just thought right out of the gates you came out strong.
Yeah.
and
But-
you had them.
And as usual, when we're in here and you're on stage, we can hear
hear
them
the
laughing
laughter.
from
Well,
here.
it's, yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. I'm just living my dream,
You
man.
can't
I got
blame
the
me
call
for this
today
shit.
At 1:15. I wanted to.
It's your fault, Don.
You can't blame me for
Fucking
this shit.
Don Sill's fault.
No, I can't
was,
be in
I
your
wanted
head
to
like
call
that.
for Ben Bailey because who doesn't watch Cash Cab?
Yeah.
I'm a
Right.
fan. And I got booked at the brokerage, and then I was about to take a nap at 1:15 today, and I got the text, "Hey, we're switching you to Govs." Ben Bailey. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, love you guys. You're the
nice.
best."
Who's at?
yeah.
Who's at the brokerage?
Irene Bremis.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, she's good too.
She's good.
great.
Yeah, but Ben Bailey's gonna pack it out. So
Yeah.
I
Ben
was
Bailey
excited
has
about
a
that.
name, and you know, like I know at least two guys that tried out for Cash Cab and didn't get it. We all know the famous story of our boy.
I didn't know until just the other day.
Ooh.
Who was in here telling me?
I thought didn't Monty audition?
Yeah, that somebody who was in here the other day telling us that it supposedly it came down between Bailey and Monty.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
never knew
Oh
this.
wow, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, who was telling me that the other day? Somebody was in here telling us that.
Chris
Oh,
Monty.
Richie Byrne was
Yeah,
telling us
because
that.
Chris Monty, I thought he said it on your show.
Did
was
he?
He was on some show talking about, maybe it was The
He
King,
probably did.
where he got into detail about Cash Cab and how it came down to it, and how and I know another guy who made a whole freaking movie about his opportunity where he was almost the Cash Cab guy
Yeah.
that actually gave him money.
Oh.
They gave him like a bonus, signing bonus. And then they said no, and they had to take his bonus back. But he already spent it all. It's like a true story. I got to find out that guy.
Who's that?
Oh man, let me see if I can find him real quick. He's a movie maker dude out of Brooklyn. He's good friends with what's his name, man? Oh, jeez, I'm old.
I was always nervous I was going to get picked up because, obviously I don't walk in the city. I take a cab. But, you know how they get in the back of those cars
yeah.
are the worst. I get in, fucking chair breaks as I'm getting in. Or, my ass crack is hanging out. Like, oh, fuck, please don't let this be the Cash Cab,
But that's how they. I mean, you
What's
go
that?
by the name Fat J. That's how they remember you. Oh, that's the ass crack guy.
That would be nice.
Yeah, man.
But, Ben Bailey was super nice.
He was great.
Fuck
Yeah, we
you.
were hanging out in the green room talking to him. I even mentioned it to him, and I'll mention it again. when I first started in here almost 6 years ago, he was one of the first guests we had. And he called in. We spent a lot of time, and I thanked him because this is the first time I'm meeting him in person. But he said, he goes, yeah, I remember that. I mean, I don't know if he might just be being nice. I don't know. But he claimed to remember. And, yeah, he's super nice to us in there. And
Super cool dude.
Yeah, really nice guy.
Trying to find
and he's
this
driving
guy.
he's driving home tonight after this.
Yeah.
He drove 6 hours to get here. He came from Lake Placid.
Yeah.
And now he's driving probably 2 to 3 hours to get home tonight.
He's in Jersey. He's a Jersey guy.
Yeah.
He's born and raised Jersey.
And then he's playing tomorrow night in Nyack. Yeah, he's
can't
travel.
promise,
Does the travel bother you? Like, you've been going to Pennsylvania and stuff. Does it get to you or no?
No, it's, you know what it is? Especially like for me, because I'm new,
You're right.
I get to perform in front of people that don't know me, that never seen me. So like,
Does
here,
that freak you out, or you're like, or this is the challenge that you want to win them over?
No, because your whole set is new to them.
Right.
Right.
Here some people are like, oh, I saw you 3 weeks ago. Oh, there no one's seen you before, so
Right.
you get to it's fresh.
Yeah.
Have you went into Manhattan yet? Have you done any city shows?
I've done some shitty shows.
Did you say shitty shows?
City shows,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like they were bringer shows, so like they're not the. But I have a client from my day job who's good friends with the owner of the stand,
Oh, yeah.
nice.
so I'm hoping
The
to get
young,
an
what's his
audition.
name from the stand? The big guy?
Chris.
Yeah. I know him from back in the day when he had cringehumor.com and all that, and then he
Yeah.
bought the stand, and I was like, what the fuck? Or he invested in the stand or whatever. I think it's him and a couple other guys.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to get an audition.
That'd
You'd be
nice.
good there, man.
I would love. Oh, that would be.
I would, and I think it's pretty safe to say that it'll happen. You're picking. I haven't seen somebody pick up steam around here like you have. Seriously.
I'm just living my dream, man.
Dude, yeah.
Whatever
man.
I get. I'm appreciative. Can't complain. Living the dream for real.
Well, let me know when you get the city show. I'll make sure I'm there.
You're not fucking coming. No, you are not coming. No.
Stayed in the back, smiling.
Yeah.
I did this show for Rob White.
Yeah.
I walk in downstairs there. I'm like, motherfucker.
You did great that night.
No,
man.
that was fucking another.
That was a
one.
weird show because it's just the room is weird.
Oh, is that the one in Port Jeff?
Yeah, it's just like a big room. It's a big wide open room. It's bright, not dimly lit or anything, and and everyone's kind of spread out.
But it was a good time. I did okay.
It was great. Yeah, was headlined it. You
You know how
featured.
long he's doing? Because you got to go back up.
He's told me he's doing an hour, and it's only been a little over 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, dude, I literally just walked into the green room from here when I heard you say, "All right, I'm just about to get off," and you told the ice cream man. I was like, "Holy fuck!"
He just made it.
Yeah, like that
Yeah.
couldn't have been planned any better, man. I was like, "Holy shit!"
He left, and I was ready to kind of stall some time. I was getting ready to talk about the big show tomorrow. You're going to be on that too, right? With Snortland, are you performing for that on that one? You're on the calendar. I seen you. You're some of your calendar.
We were showing some pictures of you the
You're
other
a
day.
handsome motherfucker, dude.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Let me see if I can find that picture that I
Find the
showed.
picture of the thing. I'm trying. Let me see if I can find the Jen Snortland. She has to have the poster up here, hopefully. Okay, so tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 to 3:30 at the Brookville Center for Children's Services is the show. The Long Island Men of Comedy calendar. 2024 calendar proudly present the Calendar Comedy Premiere Extravaganza. And
signing autographs.
Yeah, Fat Joe will be on there. He'll sign autographs. He's got a centerfold with his boobs hanging out. It'd be nice.
I'm April. I'm Mr. April.
I'm December.
Because it's the greatest holiday month in the world.
April, you got 420.
420, baby.
You're on the 420 day, which is nice. That's apropos for you. And, she's got you're doing 10 minutes. So she's got Cravell up there for 10, Les Deegan, Dan LaRocco, Benny Rizzuti, Joe Milonis, Fat J, Lou Pratz, Mike Keegan, and Richie Byrne closing it out.
I get a text from Lou Pratz. He's like, hey, do me a favor tomorrow. I'm going after you, so you could suck if you could. I'm like, okay, sir, no problem. Yeah, so.
Lou's
Were
going
you-
after you.
Were you the judge when it was Snortland and Lou? Were you one of the judges? Because that was one of my last shows. Okay.
No.
when we did Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up, we had Jen Snortland versus Lou Pratz. You were a judge on one of the shows. Do you remember who was up?
I don't.
I forget who you judged against, but yeah, man, that was a good time doing those, and we met a lot of great people.
Here's the picture.
You fed Arnie sickness.
Yeah, we had Arnie Price on there. Yeah, look at that, man. That's a great shot, dude.
Absolutely, that's a really great shot.
Tell you what though. Tell me if I'm lying.
Okay.
Is that blimp on my arm not absolutely perfect?
That's what makes the whole picture.
I'm on stage,
yeah.
John Blend takes pictures and posts them. It's fucking perfect. It's like always right there.
Where'd you get that done? Was
Rob White.
That is a Rob White original.
The photographer was in here the other day. He took credit for that.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
JR. That's JR.
Yeah.
Oh,
JR,
like for setting up the tattoo and everything?
Yes.
Yeah,
He
So you
was
can
good.
see it in
He
the
was
picture.
a nice guy.
he's a good guy.
Yeah, he was in here the other day.
We got to go and get pictures back and do that again.
Yeah.
It's free. Like they, you know.
He
so
said you come in anytime. Just let him know.
yeah, let's do it, man. I want to go get some shots because when I went, I had like allergies and my eyes were all bugging out. Like there's
really?
literally pictures where it looks like there was like AI pictures where one eye is like looking this way, the other. I'm like,
Well, I showed a picture of you on the show the other day when JR was in here. You're holding a present on your head.
yeah, JR didn't take that one.
Oh.
JR was set up in that stairwell.
Oh, okay.
So where Jay took those pictures, that's where JR took his, and I got pictures like that too.
InTheCameraEye.com. That's JR Messina.
Yeah, JR Messina, man, that guy rocks. He was good. He's easy to work with. He's fun. He gave direction. Some of those photographers didn't give direction.
No, yeah.
You
I
just
agree.
stand there and they just take a picture and you're like, oh, what should I be doing? And then they blame it on you. What, are you nervous? No, I'm not nervous. Just tell me what I have to do. Why would I be nervous?
Let me see if I could find a picture of you.
Yeah, let me see.
You know what? I'll get all the pictures going here.
Yeah, show everybody that's going to be on that calendar because it's going to be pretty. It's an awesome time. Let me see if I can find these pictures.
All right, give me a second. I'm loading them up. Now, and from what I understand, these aren't the actual photos that's in the calendar, but it's from the same photo
Yes.
session.
This was one that they took.
Go ahead. No, it's on. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Hold it close.
I don't know if you guys can see that one.
Let's. Well, you know what? What? Show me which one you got, and I don't know if it's the same one that I have.
No, this is
What-
actually.
Oh! What the hell?
These are AI pictures. I was going to put this one up.
Arnie makes those.
Yeah, like it's one of those things. It's like when you get on Snapchat or whatever, you start
Yeah.
just messing with all the filters and you can't help yourself, and then next thing you know, you just did like all the hack moves. But here's my stairwell pictures. See?
Oh yeah, good, right?
Yeah, that guy takes good stairwell pictures. See that?
Oh, that's a great shot.
Yeah, so that's the shot that dude JR took of me, and yeah, it's pretty cool when you go in there. He was the only one that really kind of look. All the photographers are great, and then that's what they're there for, and that's why they do it. For affordable prices or if no prices at all, is because they're working on their craft. So in exchange, they need models. So it works out. It benefits the models, benefits the photographers. Everybody wins. Right. Everybody's happy. So I don't, if they ask me for advice, I would say, well, you need to direct us a little bit.
Here's a shot of Richie Byrne.
Like Richie Byrne definitely did that on his own. Richie Byrne loved it.
Right.
He absorbed every minute of it. You would turn around and be like, "Where's Richie?" And he's at another station, like does taking pictures and loving it. And
look at Mike; he's cute as a button.
It was the first time I got to like kind of hang with Richie outside of.
Richie's
here.
Great, man.
He's an awesome dude.
Yeah, he really is. He's fun.
Yeah, he's a great guy, man. So I can't wait to see his full set.
Another shot of Keegan.
He's hilarious. If you with Richie Byrne. As far as storyteller comedians go, like him and Rick Adana are great at it, but I love them both. But so I'm looking forward to seeing Richie because when he tells stories, especially when he's on set at The Sopranos, you ever hear that story? When he's on The Sopranos set.
I don't think so.
I hope he tells that one.
I'll have to ask him about that. Because I've heard him talk about.
Going? You gonna be there?
Yeah, we'll be there. So she has us. I'm in the calendar, so I'm December, but I'm not a comedian, right? So she wants me to like judge. But I'm like, but it's not a contest.
What?
Yeah, so she has criteria where it's going to be like, who do I think is the best looking? Who would I like to hang out with? Or something like that. And it's going to be
There it
That
is.
guy all the day long.
There it is.
That guy with the present.
Well, you obviously want to hang out with me because I got the weed.
Oh, so you're right. So tonight, you're like, oh, they're all right. Now, tomorrow, too, he's going to be there.
Yeah. What are you gonna do if I'm there tomorrow,
It doesn't matter.
dude? I think if you're gonna kill with me there, we'll break the curse.
You gotta break the
The
curse.
Don Sill curse.
It started with you. Rick Adonna doesn't even know who I am because
Rick and Don knows who you are. We talked about you the other day.
Fucking dick eating because Don Sill was in the audience.
No, Rick and Donna loves you, man. We just talked about you the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
yeah. Of course, it was good stuff.
Good stuff. Like, you got to ask.
I said, wait till you see Fat J again, man. I'm going to be in the audience, and he's
Fucking let him eat his dick.
No, I think you're going to do great, man. I think tomorrow's going to be fun. It's going to be laid back. You got all your boys there, you know, Cravella. So do you guys hang out a lot? Like you, Cravella, Dan LaRocco? Like you guys just all...
You and LaRocco are tight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't get to hang out because I work a lot.
I hear that.
Like, you know, LaRocco too. LaRocco's a young kid, but he's got real world expenses. You know,
LaRocco's
he
like
lives out
early
on his
20s,
own.
right? Like he's like 22 or something like
Yeah,
that.
24, 25.
And how
But
old? And you're... There is no real age in comedy to me. We're all like the same fucking age. But
No, there is fucking real age because those 20-year-olds, they fucking put up, they finish, like, I come in here and hang out with you fucking schmucks. They fucking have a clip up on fucking line, edited,
Yes.
fucking
Yeah.
captions. And
true.
I got the camera recorded and I'm like, how do I get it out of this card thing?
what do I
you
do
know?
from
Right,
here? Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So there
that's a
is
good
age
point.
in
That's
comedy.
a good point.
Do you, I mean, because you have Andy, like, he's going to be 47, like, next week.
I think he's a little old. Yeah, 47?
Yeah,
Oh, I
I
thought he
think
was
it's
older than that,
47.
too.
47, 48 next week. And
Wow.
he's, you know, so he's a lot older than the comedians. And I don't know, like, to me, that there's a whole creep factor going on there. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. I'm just picking on Andy.
What are you? You're like late 30s, early 40s?
I'm a 46.
40s. God bless you, man. Look at you, man.
Yeah.
Fat don't crack, Don.
Good looking son of a bitch. You're a good looking
know what I
motherfucker.
mean?
It's from all those dicks he's eating.
All the what?
All the dicks you're eating.
Yeah.
Maybe I should come to more shows.
No. Stay the fuck home. Go fucking write something with Austin Brooks, two fucking weirdos.
Austin Brooks is off and running now. He's kicking ass.
He was here last night
Yeah, he's performing. He's doing his thing.
Austin Brooks was here?
in the Giggle Room. He performed last night.
I didn't see him.
He was supposed to be.
Can you act? You have acting chops?
Of course.
All right, because I want to get you in.
Yeah,
We're doing
you
a sequel.
thought that guy was a better actor than I would be?
Austin Brooks was great, man. He was great in the movie. Have you seen the movie? You've seen it, right?
I have not seen it. You
All right,
won't send it to me.
We got to get. Well, I haven't sent it to anybody. In fact, I was going to send it to the cast because it's almost been a full year since it
This
had its
thing's
premiere.
been on fucking 47 fucking film festivals.
Yeah,
right,
I can't
dude.
even watch the fucking
But
thing.
that's the thing. You can't share it around when you're doing the festivals because then they won't accept it.
Yes, they don't want it to put not the good festivals anyway. Don't want to put your movie in a festival if it's already been seen by people
okay.
and stuff
Do
like
I
that.
have it on here?
So
I
we
might
try to-
have it on this computer.
We try to keep it private and stuff like that. But it's been about a year, almost to the day, I think, since we had the big premiere. Last year.
Yeah, it was last November.
Yeah, and it was awesome. And so I was thinking about sending it the Vimeo clip, the Vimeo version of it to everybody.
Oh, all right.
All the cast and crew.
I'm glad you said that because Bosie actually asked me the other day. I want to see it. So I actually said, so maybe Don will share the Vimeo.
I'm thinking about sharing
Link.
the Vimeo clip. It will still have the password on it, but you guys could take it and do what you want with it. It's been a year now. It's been living, and now we're getting ready to shoot the next one in March, and that's where you come in, Jay.
Well, you've been telling me that,
Yeah,
but, you know.
we're now getting ready to do it. But
now
I
you
want to
watch
see.
me eat a dick 3 times. I don't know if you want me in there.
Well, it's not that kind of movie, but
But your scene does involve, not doing well. No, I'm kidding.
no, you're. So what we're going to do is we're doing a thing where I still got to work it all out, but we're going to have my character gets sent back to comedy school. He's a 25-year veteran in comedy, but the manager Joey
This is like the Mario Bosco story.
and he says you got to go. He goes, why don't you go back to back to fucking school. You gotta learn some shit. You're what do they call it when you're in a state of you're not growing? What do they call that?
Yeah.
There used to be a
fucking bombing.
Stagnant.
yeah.
Can you please, I'm begging you, pay homage, because I'm going to be dead soon. I'm only living a couple more
You're
years.
not. I think you got. I think another decade at least.
Oh.
56.
Can you please put "It's a Sickness" in the fucking movie?
Ooh,
I'll
that's an
have you
idea.
say the line.
That's a great idea.
Because what I'm going to do, here's the part I want you in, right? It's going to be, here's how I see it. I actually see, because I see you, I got LaRocco in mind, and then I also have Cravella for something else, right? So here's, Cravella is going to be this kind of like almost like mafioso kind of guy in the back, like in the hallway. He's like, hey, you want to buy some fucking jokes or something? And I'm like, what do you have in mind? And I go, maybe I'll buy a joke. He's like, all right, so he tells me a joke. So I go up on stage and I use it, but I didn't pay for it yet. So now he's like, you use my joke. So now I get in trouble, and he's got like, I might have like Billy, Big Billy.
Geyer?
Yeah, Geyer. He's like his henchman. Hey man, you didn't pay. But for you, right? So I get sent back to comedy school, and I want to get Paul Bond to be the comedy teacher. Hey, he's like teaching us and all that. And then you're one of the students, and you recognize, you go, hey, aren't you the MC at Governors? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you think you can get me a spot or something? And I'm like, no, that's not why I'm here, man. And you're like, keep nagging me. And then, so finally, I get sent up on stage, and Paul Bond's like, all right, he's a seasoned veteran. Let's see what he's got. So I'm like, I go into airplane material, and all of a sudden, you and LaRocco are like, that's hacky material, isn't that hacky? And LaRocco's like, yeah, that's hacky. That's kind of hacky. I'm like, all right, I'll try something else. I try something else, and again, you're like, these fucking guys are hack. What's going on with this shit, right? So then finally, I go to LaRocco. I go, yo, you think you could do better? Huh? How long have you been doing comedy? He's like, this is my first day of class. I've never done comedy before. I go, all right, motherfucker, get up here and you do it. Then he gets up and fucking kills. And I'm just sitting there going, I can't win.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so I want you in that, and then it'll be a reoccurring thing. Like every time we do a scene that takes place in that comedy class, you'll be a part of it. Stevie GB signed on for this. He's going to play, when we do flashbacks, he's going to be teaching young Billy the art of comedy. He's like a Mr. Miyagi of young Billy, so I needed to cast young Billy. And then we have Greg Kritikos is going to be in it. He plays my AA sponsor. Hey, what the fuck you doing? You got to get the fuck. What the fuck?
What's the matter?
Nothing.
And then we got this girl that I'm going to bring in. Oh, my God, I love this girl. She's going to be on my show. Her name, what the fuck's her name? I just met her. Hold on, let me get this girl. This girl rocks. Her name's like, what's her name again?
What, is she a comedian?
Yeah, she's a comedian in the city or in Harlem. And I just met her because she wants to be on Conversations. And as she's talking to me on the phone, I'm like, this is the girl.
Really?
This is the girl. So it's this chick. I actually got to call her back. But let me make sure. Let me see if I
Ruthie
get
Ferrara.
No, Tessa Money.
Testimony?
Tessa Money. So Tessa Money, I actually love this chick. So that's like a picture of her.
What is that in her mouth?
That's a microphone.
Oh.
I think. It could be something else. It could be a set. But I love Tessa Money. You can find her on Instagram, Tessa Money. Also, while you're there, go put up, shut up, stand up. I need some followers. Find Fat Jay as well up there. Govs Comedy Podcast as well. But yeah, so Tessa Money. So it's me, Kritikos, and Tessa Money are going to play the parts of the AA side of Billy's life. You guys are going to be in the comedy school. Tony and all his crew there, Bosie and all of them are going to be, Petroni and everybody are going to be in the governor's side of things. And then Andy is going to remain the figment in my head. He'll be at all of these different locations.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like I'll go in AA and I'll look over and I'll just see him sitting there
Sitting in the back?
you never should have asked that guy to go up and do it. Like he's just
right.
Like, one time I asked the guy if he can do it. And he did it. Good. He'll have like some
That's
analogy.
great. That's a good idea.
And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? But yeah, Kritikos is going to be like, yo, you can't fall off the fucking wagon, you stupid fuck. What the fuck are you doing?
That sounds a lot like him.
Then I want to get Jay and Kritikos in the scene. What are you doing? I don't know what's going on here.
Just living the dream, good sir.
It's the sickness. I got the sickness.
Tom Kelly waiting to go on.
Waiting to go on. Can I make a comment?
Of course you can.
Yes.
Jay, it's about you.
All right.
Uh-oh.
It's an intervention, Jay.
No. But I've been thinking, by the way, the young kid on the show gave me a shot. And it's one of those, I didn't want to be the old guy and not take the shot. And now I'm like old guy who took the shot.
Just tell them you don't drink, you smoke weed, and they never ask you again.
What shot did you do?
works.
What-
By the
That's what I
way,
do.
best advice you ever gave me when I'm too drunk to remember it. No, but like, where were you like 15 minutes ago? I love you. But I was thinking about the shirt situation again. Blimping ain't easy. Is it easy? I feel like it's easy.
Is blimping easy?
Is blimping easy? Why is blimping not easy?
Because when you want to go to the store to get a new shirt, you could go to Marshall's and spend $20. I buy the same shirt. I can't buy it at Marshall's. I have to go to the Fat and Long store because it says North Face on it. It's $105.
Okay, I mean, again, I was just in the hallway drinking booze I shouldn't be drinking before a show. And I'm thinking maybe blimping is not hard.
It is not. It's not.
Okay, but it's not easy.
You could fucking not get you ride your bike on the beach, ride the Jeep on the beach. If I get into a fucking sexual position, I could cramp up at any second.
Okay, could you show me now? I mean, you've shown me so much so far.
You cramp up during sex? Wow.
I cramp up too, and that's just because I have an aroma in my left foot.
Yeah, like
By the way, my new favorite word.
The
Can we say
And a
for the
what?
folks listening at home? Neuroma.
Neuroma.
It's like an exposed nerve of some sort that gets moody when I eat food.
I'm gonna go
And this
smoke
is-
weed.
So
And this is where? Where do you have this?
In between my number 1 and number 2 metatarsal on my left foot.
your neuroma has an aroma because it's on your foot.
I like that.
You're not.
They're using way
But I
too
use
many
that
big
later
words.
and get more
Absolutely,
laughs.
me too.
Yeah,
That's where it came
you'll do
from.
it better than that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you're not.
Andy should be here for this.
Andy does need to be here for this.
He'll
I mean,
know
but
all the
you're-
parts of the foot.
You're not complaining about your foot to me.
No, I was about to say, God damn it, you beat me. God damn it.
He's got an extra one if you need it. He's got one.
Since you started it, could I say what was in my head?
Of course.
I was about to say, you wouldn't know, Jay. I have a left leg. But
I had my left leg.
except that I called Tony J. But you get what I'm saying.
We understood what you meant.
But you get what I'm saying. You wouldn't know, Tony. I have a left leg.
I have a left leg.
Is that what you know? What you know? What's funny and just a moment of admiration.
Oh.
I whine about this a little. There was a pause where I started whining about a pain in my left foot, and I realized I'm doing it to a guy with no right leg.
I'm not in any pain.
You know, and now do you get ghost pains?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, pause. Now there you go. I'm a dick, but I ran with it.
What's even worse is, okay, so bad enough you have one leg. Let's get the leg that they're going to use to make it look like you have two and get a fucking Mets emblem on it. Like, why would you how fucked up? How much fucking Demerol were you on? You're like, give me the Mets one.
Well, at least I change it out sometimes. I used to have a Knock 'em Dead comedy leg. But that's permanent. You can't, you got to pay a lot of money to get rid of that.
Get rid of what?
The Yankee symbol right there.
Why would I get rid of that?
Why would I get rid of the Mets?
Have you followed them this season?
I have.
Exactly.
Want to keep it?
I'm a loyal fan, man, of the Mets.
Okay. All right.
Can I try my new joke?
Yeah,
let's
please.
hear it.
Oh,
This
we
is-
love
This
that.
is an
No,
exclusive.
don't smoke too much because I need you to fill in quick. Because I'm going to leave in a minute. They need you.
This is an
No,
exclusive.
they don't need me.
Oh, they
We
need
do.
Nope.
We do.
you. Yeah, no. They need you.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
is
Come
she
on
racing
in.
Oh, thank
Hello.
you. Oh, come on in. Come on
I
in.
need a
Come on.
fat
I'll,
one.
All right,
a whiskey.
real quick.
I'll take a
So
whiskey.
Massapequa is a town so nice.
Yeah.
You feel fat?
What?
Gorgeous.
No, you
What?
look-
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
are.
gonna
You're-
tell- wait,
yeah, you
hold
look
on. Tom's
amazing
got
to
to
me.
run a joke by us. Go ahead. And then
You wanna
I'll
hear
tell
this?
you
First of all, you're
fat
gorgeous.
Let us know
Don't
your
ever
thoughts on
say
this joke
anything
real
about fat. I don't want to hear the word fat out of your mouth again. You were beautiful. You were gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
not even
Talking
saying that in a
about
creepy
me.
way. I'm saying that in a fatherly way.
We're saying it in a creepy
Yeah,
way.
we'll both
Yeah.
say
Yeah,
it.
just letting you know.
In the creepiest way, imagine.
There's 4 viewers looking at you.
You know what's funny?
This lady.
There are moments where I hang out here with you guys and I wonder why we don't have twice the numbers we get. I mean, why aren't we at 7 or 8?
I know we should have at least
It's
8.
I
fucking
know.
mind-boggling, right?
I'm a viewer. I'm
Hey, all right,
Nice.
there we go. Yes,
So-
yes.
Massapequa was a town so nice.
How nice is it?
How nice is it that I still can't find an affordable house in my neighborhood despite inflation, 2 serial killers, and a Buttafuoco?
Very good. Got the thumbs up.
How
yeah.
was Pete Davidson the other night?
It was actually really good.
Oh, he was here?
All right, she's got better
No, I
stories than
went
me.
to-
Get in here.
Oh, you went to go see him?
Get near a microphone. Go to a microphone. Go to a microphone.
And Tim Crompier's here.
Hey, Tim Crompier.
How are you,
How you
good
doing,
sir?
Hi,
buddy?
Tim.
do this,
All right.
and then I'll come back and
Sweet.
Awesome.
We'd love that.
all my clothes.
But Matt Rife sucked, right?
Rife sucked.
Oh,
Really?
did he? Yeah. He's not that. He was better on that show. What was the show with the kid, the rappers?
Wildin' Out.
Wildin' Out. When he was on Wildin' Out, he
So
was good.
Shannon,
Come over here because we can't see you on the camera.
Shannon is
There you
one
go.
of the servers here at Govs.
Yeah.
And she's awesome.
Give her
She's,
lots of tips when you're here.
She knows that I like only the skinny mozzarella sticks.
Oh wow! So she's
I'm a picky. The
she sorts
pickiest
them out
fat
for you.
fuck.
Yeah.
So one day she comes in and she just looks at me and she goes, "They're the skinny ones."
Wow.
And I had a fucking tear in my eye
Wow! See that?
that she remembered that I like the
Wow.
fucking
See?
skinny
That means you
ones,
made it.
know?
That means
When
yeah.
the staff remembers.
Yeah.
You know, very good.
Very nice.
But they've had the fat ones lately, so I've been on a fucking.
What's the difference between the fat and skinny?
No, the cheese doesn't melt.
Oh, all right.
Take
I wanted to
care.
hear about Rife and Davison, but all right.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
It
cool.
doesn't melt good enough. I'm a picky fat fuck.
Fat J going to smoke some weed. Mr. April, Mr. 420.
Ben Bailey.
I'm sorry, what's
You're
that?
gonna have to come in and take pictures of us with Ben Bailey.
Yeah, call me in when you're ready. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And I'll do. Yeah, we'll get pictures. I'll do some selfies too. Get myself in the shot.
He's been on a little over a half hour. 34 minutes he's been on, to be
All right,
exact.
the Ben Bailey
Should I,
Meister.
should I go out there and like show my
Yeah,
face
go,
and
go
just check?
peek on them.
Yeah?
and then we'll
All
see
right.
if we like. Do we have anybody watching right now?
We have, no. But Bosey said he's on his way. And then Crompier just said he's going to come in.
So Cropia comes in. I talked to him like in
Tim's
2020.
great.
Yeah.
He's been in here a few times. Yeah.
During COVID, the heat of COVID. I had him on the show.
So I'd love to keep going, to get
Oh yeah,
him.
we'll
but
keep rocking.
all right. So
Yeah, yeah.
you don't mind if I
No, I'm
just
gonna
go?
see what we could talk about. I'm gonna talk about the calendar show a little bit.
Okay. You know what? Let me
Cool.
do this. I'll put the calendar. I'll
cool.
move this over. I'll move that over right there like that, and then so
And
you
when
talk about
Cropia comes in, how do I get that off? Just in case.
just
I think he's performing anyway, but
yeah. He said he was about to go on, so I'll be back.
we'll be fine.
I'll
We'll
be
be
back before he comes in. I'll be right back.
all right, cool. Everybody, check out the show tomorrow afternoon, Sunday. We're going to be all performing. There'll be a whole bunch of us. It's for a good cause as well. Let me just get to the page again so I can read you all the information as it comes in. Again, man, follow on YouTube and Instagram. Put up, shut up, stand up. We've been having a pretty good run lately on YouTube. Up to 25,000 subscribers. So that's pretty cool, man. It's not easy to get that on YouTube, but we want to get more views and all that good stuff. So check that out. Put up, shut up, stand up on YouTube. Put up, shut up, stand up on Instagram. Also represent Govs podcasts as well on Instagram and YouTube while you're at it. Okay, so we have this event. It's the Long Island Men of Comedy 2024 calendar. Proudly presents the calendar comedy premiere extravaganza, benefiting the Brookville Center for Children's Services, and it's at Garden Social on Hempstead Turnpike, East Meadow, 1964 Hempstead Turnpike in East Meadow. The Garden Social, and it's at 1:30 to 3:30. So it's 2 hours of fun. The comedians that are going to be on hand are some really great ones. And we'll read you that list. So we have Joe Cravella, Les Deegan, Dan LaRocco, Benny Gagooch Rizzuti, Joe Milonis, Fat Jay, who was just in here, Lou Pratz, Mike Keegan, Richie Byrne will be headlining. And I'll be there as well. Me, Joey Petroni, and Tony Walker will be giving our commentary throughout the night about our thoughts on these comics. I think Jen's breaking it down into segments, and we'll see what that's going to be all about. Actually, maybe I'll call. Let's see right now if I could call. Let's see. First of all, is anybody watching so I can answer any questions people might have? Deacon Blue's watching. What's up, Deacon Blue? Deacon Blue and Papa Fresh, a rap phenomenons coming out, bringing back the old boom bap style of hip hop. So check out Deacon Blue. He's got some new stuff. They always got some new stuff, but these guys have been killing it on the scene, on the rap scene. They got some new stuff cooking for 2024, so make sure you check that out. And let's see right now, real quick. I'll get Joey Petroni on the phone here. Call Joey Petroni. Joey Petroni will be with me tomorrow. We'll see if I can get this cooking. Oh, Tony's back. We got Tony. I was going to call Joey Petroni.
Oh, really?
And see what's going on.
You know, Sheba's got a nice set of legs.
Yeah.
So I
Oh, is she coming in?
I don't know. She's just standing out there right now.
Sheba Mason.
Yeah. So I go out there and I'm watching Ben Bailey, and sure enough, the lady stops me. She goes, "You're really funny." I go, "All right, thanks, baby."
Yeah, there you go, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, so I meant to.
Tony Walker Fresh, baby.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't believe how this night went out. So I meant to tell you before, when Jay was in here, I get a text from Richie Byrne. So Sean Elliott's been doing the show with me. You know, Sean, we did the show in here with Sean Elliott a few weeks ago. We were, being racial with him.
Oh, yeah, Sean, the wheelchair.
The kid in the wheelchair,
yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2 strikes already. Black and in a wheelchair. He's got 1 strike left.
But it's comedy gold.
Exactly. Sean and I have hit it off. He comes in here on Tuesdays with me. He showed up at my murder mystery the other night.
Oh, nice.
Because he lives right across the street from where we were performing. So by coincidence, Sean was in here on Tuesday and Richie Byrne came in. So Richie Byrne was talking about he's doing a show in Pennsylvania tonight, and Sean looks at him and says, "I'm doing that show too." This was the first time they were meeting.
Wow.
It was like, holy shit, they're both doing it.
Wow.
So while Jay was in here, Richie Byrne texted me. He goes, "What's this kid's name again?" So I write back, "Joe Quackenbush." I let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then I wrote the real name over.
That's great. Joe Quackenbush.
But I'm like sitting there thinking, like, Richie Byrne either called him Joe or he sat there saying, "I'm going to fucking kill Tony."
I knew a girl in high school named Quackenbush. That was her nickname.
I actually know a girl
Her
whose
lips look like a beak.
I don't know why I'm laughing so hard.
It was orange. It was fucking crazy. We called her Quackenbush.
First name was Daffy or something.
But she put out on the first date. This was nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
But it was weird, the noises she made.
Quack quack.
Affleck. Feathers flying around.
Laying eggs.
Like, what the hell is this? What's great, though, is his breakfast is ready in the morning.
I was just about to say, remember that movie? What was that movie with Charlie Sheen where he puts the eggs on her stomach and they start cooking?
She's sizzling hot.
Is that one of the Hot Shots, I think?
Yeah,
Hot
one
Shots
of those parody movies.
I actually wanted to ask you. Oh, so what happened? Did you get Joey or no?
No,
I guess not. Obviously not. Since you
I
put
was
the
just
phone
starting
down.
to call him, and then you came in, so I was like...
I wanted to. So, can we talk now about your son? Can we talk about that show now?
Yeah, so the show, Chasing the Dream. Did you watch it?
I did.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was awesome.
They gave a full hour. So
Yeah.
my son Donnie's performing on a show called Chasing the Dream, where they take, somebody who is having a tough time, had a couple of hard breaks in life and all this stuff, and then they give them an opportunity to chase their dream, essentially, right? So Donnie got matched up with his mentor was Bobby Bones. So Bobby Bones is a very famous country singer, country radio show guy who put on a lot of country acts and discovered a lot of country people. He also won Dancing with the Stars one year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so he's like mainstream successful. Really cool guy. Great advice from my son. And it was just a cool episode. So you can catch that. I think it's on YouTube Live.
There she is.
How are you?
Hello.
Come sit down.
Come.
This is awesome.
Filmed as well?
Huh?
Are we filming too?
We're live. We're live on
You're hosting
YouTube.
tonight, right?
I am hosting tonight. I'm doing double duty in
I
here.
love Ben Bailey.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Daily rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he charge you to love him or?
I always like
being
recall
stupid.
this story that And I don't mind spreading it around. Like years and years ago, remember the club. I don't know if you remember the club Comics, COMIX.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we were like, they've closed, of course, but
Where was that? That was in Manhattan, right?
yeah, it was like on 14th, like in the meatpacking district.
Yeah, I remember
And I think
Comics.
it was like 9th.
Yeah.
So we went to like a Christmas party, and then after that, everybody went out, like maybe 20, 30 people went out to some bar. He bought everybody their first drink.
Wow.
30 people, I'll never forget that. Like
Wow.
almost 20 years ago.
So can we take him up? Maybe try to get him to do that tonight. You think?
When I reminded him of that story, he was like, "What a fucking idiot!"
That cost me a fortune. Well, he probably just got the deal with Cash Cab and was
That
like,
could be,
"Hey,
right.
we'll make it rain tonight,
It
baby."
was
right.
like it's like you remember generosity, you know
Right?
what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's before we go any further. Sheba Mason is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Mason,
Got to make sure we
Comic.
get that out.
Thank
comedy
you.
royalty.
Thanks.
Yeah, your dad was a juggernaut.
He was like
good word.
legend.
juggernaut is a good word. You
Yeah.
don't hear that much.
Yeah.
I have to confess, I'm not sure I know what it. I'm inferring what it means.
Just
and
Like
pretend.
that.
Yeah.
bigger than life.
Yeah.
He was you. I actually met him one time in my life. I was walking through a restaurant in Manhattan. It was an Italian place, and I see him, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" So I was like, and I couldn't think of his name at the top of my head. So I know you. He's like, well, you look really happy, or you just always look that stupid. He like insulted me, like, but in a funny way.
Yeah.
And I just remember
Was it Trattoria dell'Arte?
it might have been like a small little Italian place.
Yeah,
That might have been it.
like around 57th Street.
Yeah. Is that a place he frequented a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was there, and then I was like, oh my God, it's Jackie Mason. Yeah, I loved him. He was like a fantastic guy. He inspired so many people. You must see his inspiration in so many other comedians.
Yeah, he definitely influenced, a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he was one of the first victims of cancel culture,
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Because what?
So
he got
he
in
was
some
on
trouble.
the, so what
Ed
happened
Sullivan.
was,
He never got over that.
Well, he was on the Ed Sullivan show. And when you're a comedian and you're like, you're going to do like 5 minutes, you work it out, and you have like exactly what 5 minutes you're going to do.
Right.
So he's on, and like maybe it was like 2.5 minutes, they start waving him off, and he's like confused, he doesn't know. So he starts like mimicking what they're doing, and he goes like this, like fuck you, but he didn't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
He did like this. And then like Ed Sullivan just excommunicated him after that.
Wow.
And then-
Blacklisted him. Gave him a hard. It was very hard for
But
your.
later on, what happened was the president had to make an emergency address. It was like the Vietnam War, and it was Lyndon Johnson. And so, but later on, Jackie sued Ed Sullivan and won, because he really didn't give him the finger.
Right.
And he
right.
won?
He
Yeah.
was like canceled. It set his career back 20 years. But
Yeah.
because,
It really did set him back.
Oh, yeah.
Too. Yeah.
But
yeah.
because he was set back, he was wandering around Miami Beach, Florida, doing nothing, and met my mother at Wolfie's Delicatessen.
Oh, all right.
Bless,
So
see?
there you go.
See how it all works.
Yeah, so, and then, she was driving him around. They were charging $10 a ticket.
Wow.
And it's like a kind of a joke that I almost have, but I never do it because it's too dark. But like, basically what happened was Lyndon Johnson was about to make an address, right?
Right.
And JFK had died, obviously. So
right.
that's why Lyndon Johnson was the
He was
president.
the president. Yeah. He was not voted in.
But because JFK died and Lyndon Johnson made an announcement, and Jackie was in Florida doing nothing, he met my mother, and then I was born, right? So when people wonder why I have a picture of Lee Harvey Oswald on my wall,
I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't see that coming.
you like
That's
that?
great. I love that. I think that's great.
I didn't do it on stage ever, but I've been thinking.
You
about
should.
it.
Oh,
I think
absolutely
you
you
should.
should.
I think that was fantastic.
That's fantastic.
You owe it all to him.
That was great.
It
I
all
mean,
goes back-
technically-
yeah, it all goes back to Lee Harvey Oswald. Wow,
Wow. So yeah.
that's great.
So another.
A
So
partridge in a pear tree.
they always say there were two guns. Now it's there's
Yeah.
a third pistol involved.
Nicely
If I
done,
do it, I
Tone.
must do that.
Yes,
It's yours,
Have
baby.
that.
the tag.
I'm here for
He
you.
just gave you the tag.
That's a great tag.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I got you.
Tony
Yes.
Walker Fresh.
They say there were two guns out. There's a third pistol.
Beautiful. See that? See
That
what
is
happens?
beautiful.
You come in here,
Yes.
and Tony does it. Tony gets it done.
Cool.
Yeah, Tony's having a great night tonight.
I am having a great
Yeah, you
night
seem
tonight.
really happy. I saw the moment when they asked you to host for.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was right
I was
in the-
there. I was there that very instant, and she goes like, "Can you host?" And you were like, I guess.
I just see.
Well, do you want to or not? And you were like,
Right.
"Oh,
Yes. That's what happened. That's what. See. So Ben.
I was this close to going. I'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry then. But no. So what happened? Yeah. Ben was saying that he. You want to commit? Oh, he walked away. Ben was saying that there is no MC, and he didn't know why there wasn't. He wanted one, so he said to me, he goes, "Can you hook me up with one?" Because he knew I worked there, and I said, "Well, I can't make that decision, so I didn't want to disappear if I made an executive decision like that."
No, that was great.
So I went up to the front and I told Laura, James isn't here, so she called him, and so she tells him, and she puts the phone down. She's like, "All right, so you're going to do it?" I'm like, "What?" Like I wasn't telling her for that reason. I wasn't trying to get the gig,
But it all
I was trying to help the club. But yeah, it worked out.
It worked out.
And you performed already tonight?
Yeah.
How'd
How'd
it
it go?
How'd it go out there?
It was good. They're fun.
yeah.
They were fun.
Yeah, they get good crowds here. I know you've been here before, right?
I never really performed here before, to be honest. No, I
Why
haven't.
did I think you did?
How long have you been doing stand-up? You've been doing how did you get the
Forever.
bug? Did you follow this path because of your dad, or was
Well,
it?
I did musical theater my whole life. My mom is a playwright too, right?
Oh.
And my
wow,
dad
yeah.
wasn't around much when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I was basically
performing.
raised by my mom and my grandma. And I have a joke where like my grandma was like a father to me. She even had the beard. So my mom was a playwright and is. And and so I was in her plays and she encouraged me to do theater and I sing too, and we have a musical called The Jackie Mason Musical.
Wow.
nice.
Yeah, which tours are all around the country. I actually think we could do it here on a Sunday matinee.
think
we should
should.
make that
Yeah.
happen.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we should
That
do
would
it.
be awesome. I
We've
think
done
so.
it. We did it at. It was the only musical asked to be part of the New York Comedy Festival at Caroline's last
Sweet.
year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Who plays your dad?
So I have a guy who plays my dad. He's actually my boyfriend. That's how we met.
Oh.
He looks
Oh,
just
wow.
like my father.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
so
that
daddy issues.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a little weird.
It's a little weird. So fuck it. So what?
Does he bitch about Ed Sullivan while he's?
Yeah. Well, he's begging me. He's like,
Do you call,
I go, Daddy, and he goes, Ed Sullivan. And I go, Daddy, and he's like, Ed Sullivan.
and then you start yelling, Lee Harvey Oswald. JFK, JFUCK.
JFUCK.
We have had the show in Long Island before in Lindenhurst at a real theater.
Oh,
The Argyle? No, Lindenhurst Studio Theater.
Yeah, Argyle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Studio
the
theater.
Studio Theater with
Yeah.
David Dubin. Do you know it?
I know who he is.
Yeah.
I know his wife.
Really?
But Debbie.
That's a little suspicious.
Oh no, I did a show with her
Who knows
years
another
ago.
man's wife like
I was in a
know his
show with.
wife. How the fuck do you know David Dubin's
I don't know him, but I know his
Nobody
wife.
knows his wife. You suddenly know his wife. I've never once heard somebody say that to me.
I was in a
Like,
play with her years ago.
Oh, so you
that's
do
all.
plays too.
I
You
also
sing?
act poorly.
But really poorly? Like you can't even carry a tune?
Yeah, you really don't want to hear it.
Do you sing?
I sing, yeah, sure, in the shower and stuff. But,
Are we
I rap.
auditioning right now? Is that
more of
what's
a
going
rapper.
on?
Oh,
what's
are
going
you
on.
looking for another Jackie Mason to play the part?
No, sometimes we look for his friend Wooly.
I could be Willie.
Wooly?
Wooly? I could be Wooly.
Get the name right. You can't even get the name right.
What does Willie look like?
He wants the part. Wooly could look like anybody. But he's got to, you guys could both.
But I gotta
either one of
sing?
you. You have to sing.
What does Willie sing? Let
You
me
don't have
audition.
your own song. You sing a song with Jackie where you go.
Oh, okay.
It's about.
I could do that. Tell us. You want to audition? We'll audition.
Should we audition?
Could we
Yeah.
audition for you?
I'm just an ordinary
Ordinary
type of
type of-
lovin', every pretty sweet thing that I can, kind of man. Do that.
Go ahead.
I'm just a what's the words again?
I'm just an ordinary
Ordinary
type of
type
lovin',
lovin'.
every pretty sweet thing that I can.
I'm just an
Kinda
ordinary loving Jeff Bosey kind of man. 'Cause he brings me
All right, let's-
some
next.
alcohol.
How did they not hear us? Next.
Jeff Bosey's making fun of my beautiful singing voice, my stylings.
I'm just a sweet lovable. I don't remember the
Wow, you're a
words.
baritone.
I am a baritone.
He's actually
He has
theater.
a pretty good voice.
he's
I'm
theater
sorry,
trained.
that's a good voice.
Yeah?
You could
Wow,
be Willie.
holy
Did I get the role?
This
You
is
could
your
be-
night tonight, man.
You
Should we
could
go on the
play-
casting
yeah,
couch?
This is your night. You keep accidentally falling into shit. Oh my God. Did you do something really pretty good for someone.
Yeah,
recently.
he's definitely getting charmed here.
Come on in. Come on in. You guys come on
What's
in.
up? How you doing? All right, good.
Come on,
good.
have a seat here.
All right, we just
Did you just trip as you were coming in just now?
We're all auditioning.
Oh, I thought you tripped.
We're auditioning for the play.
That's Pat. He was. Yeah, they're auditioning for the play.
Pat, what's
That's
up? How you
Pat
doing?
Johnson from Port Washington.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Pat
We
Johnson.
just did the show in the giggle room.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Very nice.
It's so funny when you order a drink. They go, "Well, are you performing in the giggle room or the real room?" And I'm like, "The giggle room."
does it matter?
I guess I'm just a piece of shit. They're like, "Well,
Put on a headset so we can talk to you. No. Yeah, no, you're good with that, Mike.
If it's
Yeah,
the giggle room, it's going to be 14.
No, you don't need that. I was talking to him. Yeah. All right, so,
If it's the main room, you get it around the house. Giggle room 1450, please. Plus, don't forget to tip the waitress.
all right, so it's Pat.
That's me. What's going on?
All right, hang on. Talk again.
Check, check, check.
All right, I got you. Okay, and now our apologies. Who are you now?
Alan Fuchs.
Alan Fuchs,
Yeah. How's it
comedian.
going? Yeah.
Oh, my
They're
apologies.
both my really
Okay.
good friends.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We're
nice.
about to
Very
go
cool.
to his 60th birthday party at Morton Steakhouse in Great Neck.
Really?
Living
Tonight?
the fucking dream. Yeah.
Wow.
Good
Nice.
steakhouse though.
Morton's is fantastic.
Hey,
Yeah.
if they pay in
It's like-
steaks, that's even
Yeah.
better, right?
So,
Not Outback. You know?
so
Yeah.
Alan Fuchs, Pat from Port Washington.
Yes, sir.
It's Pat Johnson, right?
That's me.
Bill Johnson from Port Washington.
Yeah, I have a brother. Yeah.
No. This guy's he's older.
How old?
He's probably at this point in his probably 60s or 70s.
Are you a psychic
Maybe.
medium?
No, I used to know it.
Do we know each other?
I used to know Bill Johnson from Port Washington.
Grandpa. Yeah.
All right, I'm actually Jeff. You want to come sit here?
No, absolutely.
Come sit. I got to run out there. I'm hosting, so I got to run out.
All right, so Jeff Bosey is here in the house as well. But we were all singing a little while ago because we're auditioning for the play. Tony's.
Oh, you're auditioning for
You
Super
have the
Play?
part.
Yeah, we're.
You have the part.
awesome.
I'm sorry, but I mean, he has a really.
He has
good
a very
But
good
you know
voice.
who you could play? You could play the Jew that packs up a doggy bag.
Wouldn't be the first time. Why am I typecast?
Can we get more bread? Can we get more bread?
No, so have you auditioned these guys yet to be in the
Well,
play?
Alan had a stint where he played Jackie Mason for a minute.
Wow, you played him.
I
Yeah.
played Jackie Mason. Yeah.
What does it take to play him, and is it intimidating with his daughter, like being there, judging you?
We were fucking at the time.
Oh, really?
But
Wow.
Pat also did stand up. There's a New Year's Eve scene where you have like a comic open for Jackie Mason,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
he did that.
We were fucking at the time.
You were fucking at the time too.
You
So is
think
that
if
how
you
I gotta
a
get
young
the part?
buck like-
Is that what I gotta do to get this part?
It was a big win for me. Yeah.
That's actually the casting couch that Sheba used. It's sitting on there right now.
That is the casting. You've seen that in many movies on Pornhub.
I feel
you want
comfortable
too
here.
much of a cushion.
No, so all right. So you played Jackie Mason. What does it take to be Jackie Mason? And did you sound like him and really
He
embody
had no
it?
beard.
I
of
think the
course.
only criteria was a penis.
Really?
No, you have to study his videos. You have to
Yeah,
imitate him. You have
yeah.
to really act like him.
He's got
But I
that
do-
whole thing. He's got the way he does the jokes.
Exactly. But I
that's-
think it would be good to do it here, like on Sunday matinees.
I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's hear a little bit of your Jackie. Do you remember any of the jokes?
Oh
or anything?
God, it's
Do
been
it, you
so
can do it.
long. It's like
It's been a long, long time.
been a
We
long-
found
yeah.
someone who could actually sing after him. His only he was great, but he can't sing.
I can't sing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
could he sing as good as me?
What are you saying? What are you trying to say? What do you mean by that?
You're
I could pack a doggy bag
about
in
equal.
front of you.
She trashed him on my voice already, so I just wanted to measure up to see where we were at.
Let me see if I can do it. Let me see.
Yeah, let's see this Jackie Mason.
Why do you have to talk like this? Why can't you talk like that?
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
good.
good.
That's pretty good,
yeah.
That was very good. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So what would you say, like, are some of his jokes, some of your dad's best jokes? Do you have any favorites? I mean, he did a lot of one-liners, right?
Well, he's also had like total long bits too. You know,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did both. You know,
He sang too, didn't he?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was a cantor first, and like so, whenever he would lose his train of thought, he would actually go into cantorial. You know what I mean? Like, like out of the blue. Pat's so gentile. He's like, "What's cantorial?" But he grew up in Long Island, so in Port Washington, where there's a lot of Jews there. That's a
lot of
nice part of
Jews.
Long Island.
Yeah.
Who do you think made it nice?
That's true. Who gentrified the area?
Where do you live in Long Island?
Well, I grew up in Brentwood. I don't know if you're familiar with
Okay,
Brentwood.
yeah, because I know it because it's on the Ronkonkoma line.
Yeah, it is on the Ronkonkoma line. Now I'm out further out east. I'm out in Manorville, which is right outside of West Hampton and
Oh, it's
Riverhead.
nice.
Yeah,
Very
it's nice
nice.
up there.
Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
all the way in the boonies. It's like it feels like a different state. It's like not.
Yeah.
It's like farms and vineyards and.
Beach, a little beach.
We got a lot of beach because
Yeah.
we got where I am. It's where the kind of the Long Island fish branches out. So you got the North Shore and the South Shore. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty cool. A lot of beaches to choose from. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, just come out there one day. We'll all hang out. We'll rock out and sing.
You live with your wife,
Yeah,
children.
yeah. Most of my kids are adults. I started having kids when I was a teenager.
Whoa.
So I got
Nice.
30-year-old kids. I got grandkids.
Hell
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started having kids?
I was like 18.
Wow.
18 years old, and by the time I was 24,
Hey,
I was already at
Tom
2
Kelly.
kids. Hey, Tom. I was 2 kids divorced by the time I was 24 years old. Then I got a second wife. By 25, I had 3 more
Whoa.
kids divorced. And now I'm on the third. No
He had
kids.
5 kids.
5 kids.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
His boys can swim.
You looking for a sixth?
Yeah, we'll look for adoption. We'll bring it in.
You're doing well now. Huh? You're doing well now.
Doing well?
Yeah. You look
Are
like
you
you come
crushing
from money.
the puss?
No.
No, really? Your
fake
family doesn't
money.
have money?
They look like
No,
it.
they
but-
don't have. They're really just good, humble
That makes
people.
no sense. You look like you come from money.
His
come over
brother's
sometime.
a fireman.
Wow.
His
Yeah.
brother's a fireman.
Blue collar.
Yeah, they're blue,
Wow.
good collar people.
So where are you guys? So you're in Manhattan, right?
Yeah, he's in Astoria.
Astoria,
Yeah.
Queens. Oh yeah. All right. Astoria rocks. How about you? Astoria also?
No, Port Washington, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All
Local
right.
boy.
There you go. Yeah, man. I love it out here. I moved away for a while, lived in North Carolina. You ever go to Good Nights?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just did Good Nights.
Yeah.
a few months ago.
Yeah, that was my spot for a little bit. I was hanging in there back when Brad Reeder was in charge. And
Why North Carolina?
Well, I worked for the Carolina Hurricanes for a little bit, the hockey team.
Oh, really?
I do videos. I do all the videos for the Jumbotrons.
Ah.
Yeah, and all the in-game stuff.
nice.
Now I do some stuff for the New York Jets now, and did some stuff for teams all over the country now. So it's fun. It's a great work from home now. I used to have to work on site. I worked for the Atlanta Falcons for a long time. Yeah, it's a blast, man. Like, so if you ever need videography
Yeah.
or videos made,
You got to pay for all those kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude,
lot
I
of
got the
kids.
side hustle going.
Damn, man.
You have
Does
a
your
card
wife
or
work?
anything?
No, I'm.
It's all on you.
It's all on me. Yeah.
This is your third wife.
My third
Yeah.
wife. Yeah.
Mazel
Did she
tov.
have her own kids before?
She has one daughter, yeah. So it's just a very busy lifestyle. But But I want to see this show, your show, come to fruition out here on Long Island. Here
At
Govs.
Governors.
Yeah.
Well, tell James.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna tell James. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So what's the show about? Like, I know it's about your dad, but take me through it and how these guys are part of it. And
Well, so it's like it's about my mother wrote it. It's a musical comedy with a cast of 8. It's like they're about their 10-year romance. It's really funny, and like there's a song in it like called "Ode to the Early Bird Special," because they went from coffee shop to. There's like an older waitress named Rosa who's like a surly, one of those deli waitresses, right?
all
I
right.
love
There's-
the Oily Boyd special.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's catchy,
That's
man.
Yeah, check it out. JackieMasonMusical.com. Check it out.
JackieMasonMusical.com.
Pat was just like a what happened?
Jeff Boschley.
They were filled up. They're trying to get some stuff. So. Sorry about that. Anyways, hi everybody. I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm nobody, but hi, I'm here.
This is Jeff Boschley. He's one of our comics here, house comics, and he came in here to join us,
Yes,
join the
I
party.
know. Listen, I'm the most famous person. Or reverse it or forward it, but either way. But I'm not bald like Tony Walker, but it's okay. And I have both legs.
Tony, if you didn't notice, Tony is one-legged.
I
Tony?
noticed that.
Yeah.
Really?
So hope that doesn't mess up his part, him getting the role.
What happened?
Does he have a fake leg?
Yeah, he's got an amputee, like one of those. He used to have an extra one in here, and but yeah, he has legs.
How do you lose it? Do you know?
Yeah, well, he likes to tell people it was a shark attack, but the truth is he's cancer, so he had to get it removed, and it's above the knee.
Shit.
So it's like,
Wow.
This is even more funny.
It's been he's gone without it for about. I've known Tony for a long time, and he's about 20 years or so.
Can he dance?
He can dance. He can walk steps. I went with him to a concert at Jones Beach, and we had to climb all the way to the top of those steps. And
I have to go to the bathroom now, unfortunately. Well, all this talk about cancer.
oh my goodness. Well, it's always good to get the drop in by Jeff
Well,
Bosey,
I came to
ladies
say
and gentlemen.
hi, and that was it.
Well, I appreciate
because,
you,
I'm.
Jeff Bosey brought me my whiskey.
Well, I got you your drink because, I heard you earlier going "Hey, it'd be great if Jeff came and got whiskey."
You're the best, man.
Hold on, I'm gonna go. I gotta go tend to the urinals.
Very good, very good. Jeff Bosey, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going on with when we do the green room shows. Just we get pop-ins like that all the time. So it's kind of But yeah, so go ahead with the.
So that's it. Like
Jackie Mason.
Like Pat, what happens? They go from coffee shop to coffee shop.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the whole saga of Sheba's birth, really.
Her mother
it's
has a
the
big
Sheba
part.
and
Mason.
you wrote it? Yeah.
My mother wrote it.
Wow.
Yeah.
My favorite was when Sheba had a 7-foot tall, blonde hair, blue eyed guy playing
filled
Jackie
in.
Mason. That was amazing.
He filled in, and we said we couldn't get a Jackie Mason look-alike, so we got a Conan O'Brien look-alike. He filled in. You have the show must go on.
Yeah.
Jackie Mason should never look like he could dunk. Okay.
He was a fill-in. What do you want from him? What do you cancel a show? People are coming. You have to do something.
Right. And your relationship growing up with him, you said he wasn't around much. Did you do you have any did he ever give you any advice, any words of wisdom?
Not zero, nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
He
Nothing.
Did he know that you wanted to pursue comedy?
He didn't know anything. He didn't know if I was sick, if I was alive, if I was awake. Not
Really?
when I was 2, that was it.
Really?
To be honest, yeah.
Wow. So when did he pass? It was not that
2
long
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And your relationship with him wasn't close?
We didn't have any relationship whatsoever. It wasn't a bad relationship.
Right.
It just wasn't a there was absolutely zero, nothing.
Yeah, that's got to be.
Yeah, fucking digest that.
Yeah.
How are you gonna zero? Nothing. We didn't ever. There was nothing. I tried a lot. He had a manager who was very controlling, so it's not.
Yeah.
I kind of don't make it all his fault, I guess, in my brain. But,
but you
just
both lived in
nothing.
the city. He was a city guy too, right?
I grew up in Florida.
Oh, okay.
I moved here when I was 18 to the city.
Okay.
But just absolutely no relationship.
And your mom is totally supportive of you in your comedy career and pursuing that side of life.
She's a showbiz woman,
Right. Yeah.
She told me to be a comedian.
Do you, when you see other comics and things like that, do you, who have families, do you tell them, hey, pay a little attention to the kids and stuff like that?
Hey.
Tim Crompier is in the.
Well, Tim Crompier is a great
up,
father.
man?
He's got.
Yeah, he has a whole CD about fatherhood and stuff like that.
What am I doing here?
Very funny comic,
Cameras, am I
Tim.
blocking this?
Yeah, we'll have a seat on the couch and put on the headset, please.
How you doing? Join the casting couch, man.
Jackie was also. Do you mind if I tell him the story about his comment?
Diner?
Talking
about-
Jackie
you can
Mason
tell.
stories here.
Yeah.
Tim.
So he
Never heard of him.
he was surprisingly vain because I had this weird interaction with him, and I was trying to say hey, what's the big deal? Just get over it already. Just talk to it's your daughter, And
He was always at this diner on 57th
Yeah.
Street, the Applejack Diner.
They even have a booth where you come in,
Yeah.
Right.
So
It actually said the Jackie Mason booth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a comic who has that. Is it Seinfeld? There are a couple
I
of
don't
comics
know.
who have that. But anyway, so he said to me, I'm like, what's the problem? Come on, man,
Oh, you tried to talk to him?
Yeah, I
to
stuck
see his
my
daughter?
dumb nose in this, and he's like, he's like,
Wait.
he's like,
So you walked into the diner with unbeknownst to him, and you just kind of sat down at his table. And
no,
said,
I didn't sit down at his table. No, I forgot how it happened.
That's
It's
pretty cool.
Something
He
like
was sitting outside.
And this is when you guys were an item, the two of you. When you
We weren't really ever an item. It was kind of like a side thing.
yeah. But anyway, so I asked him what's the big deal? Just come on, just talk to her, right? And
Wow.
he's like,
We're really good friends now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like Jerry and Elaine.
like Jerry and Elaine. and that she always pushes me really hard, and I almost fall over. So so I'm like, what's the big deal? Come on, just get over it. It's your daughter. And he's like, she's lousing me up in her act.
Yeah, because I used to have that joke.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish a better looking comedian was my father, like Woody Allen or Rosie O'Donnell. And one night he saw me at the diner. He goes, "This is who you compare me to, like a fat yenta, like Rosie O'Donnell."
Yeah.
And I go, "It's a joke. Help me write a better joke." He's like, "Why should I help you do anything?"
Wow.
Really
Yeah.
nasty. He had
Yeah,
a real,
it was nasty,
You know,
yeah.
when he was 92, he got thrown out of this diner that had a plaque that said the Jackie Mason booth, a place that he'd been coming to for years. He got thrown out because he had a fight about a cup of coffee with a busboy.
Wow.
He had anger issues. Yeah.
And I know that because the manager told me.
Were you his only daughter?
Yes.
All right, so he didn't have other kids or other relationships.
No.
So this is clearly a mentally ill person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You
that's
know.
coming
Yeah.
from a really good dad who's a husband. And
Well, yeah, and it's just a mentally. I mean, you think how mentally ill he was. So
Yeah.
in some ways, now I'm not you, but it's a. Could you imagine if he was in your life the whole time? It would have been fucking worse.
That might have been worse. Him yelling
It
at you all
could've
the
been.
time.
You
and
never
I
stuff.
don't know. It might have been. He had tender moments with my mother,
Yeah, but
You've
let me
been
tell you
together 10
something. You don't
years.
remember the tender moments. You remember the untender moments when you're like I'm good with my kids, and we do. And I spent the whole day driving around doing what I want. But I'm sure at one point I yelled at them, and they're like, you really snapped at us today.
Yeah.
Right,
Wow.
they
Not the
were
fact
on-
that-
yeah,
Not the
yeah,
fact
yeah.
that I took you out
Yeah,
to breakfast,
it's
drove
hard.
to martial arts.
Yeah.
I got up at 3 a.m. You were sick last week, and I was with
Yeah.
you all day. I took you to the doctors. I took you to the blah blah blah. It was really nasty the way you snapped at us because you didn't like the way we were throwing things at each other. So it's like you gave your brother a bloody nose, so I snapped. So I'll be honest with you. You got to look at it like you dodged a bullet more than anything else.
Yeah.
In some ways,
I don't have any. I'm all right with it.
I know you
Yeah.
are. I know you're great with it, and you should be great with it.
So what if I'm a raging alcoholic and I have terrible
Yeah,
father
that would have
issues?
been anyway. That's
Might
just
have been anyway.
That's just genetics.
So when
Where's the drink that I ordered?
Well, let me tell you
Yeah, when you
the
were
funniest
talk-
thing.
yeah.
So when we had that interaction,
Yeah.
it was like similar to what she said. But then he goes to me. He was very pissed about the Rosie O'Donnell thing, and he said
So
to
he
me,
did not like Rosie.
No, but
No.
just in the comparison because he's vain, and he's like, she compares me to Rosie O'Donnell. Do I look like a fat lesbian to you? And I paused, and I was like,
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck you!
Really? He got mad at you.
flipped out.
He flipped out on you?
Out. I was
You
just joking.
you should've said
just kidding around,
You should have said she really just wanted a Gentile. She wanted a Gentile father with good Christian blood.
Yeah.
That would have really got.
Donald's a successful comedian. Come on.
So
Why couldn't Donald Trump have been my
he
father?
should have been the one. So when you're getting
He put me down in his shit list.
Yeah,
He asked me for my name.
Really?
And then I was playing Jackie Mason in the musical, and I'm so embarrassed how I responded to this. He's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I'm like, "I play you."
You told him.
I told him, "I play you in the musical of your life." He's like, "You're not me. Fuck you. I'm me." What's your
Wow.
name? And he took my name down, and he had a shit list that he kept in his pocket.
Oh, that's a very
Easy access shit list.
That-
He was constantly shit listing people.
That's funny. That's a
Yeah.
very Irish thing to do.
Yeah.
Like I had a great grandfather,
Grudges,
Irish
yeah.
great grandfather. My mother used to talk about it. And if you ever watch the movie, it's an old movie called The Irish. It's with John Wayne. It was the Irishman. It was called or whatever. The
Oh yeah, I think it was called The Irishman. Yeah.
So there's a part in it where there's a man and he's in Ireland. There's an old guy and he's in the neighborhood. And anytime someone pissed him off, he took a thing out and he wrote down, "What's your name?" Murphy. Murphy 3, and he give like a rating. And my mother used to love watching that movie because her grandfather she grew up with in Long Island from the old country used to carry a list.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
He goes, "You're on my list, Patty."
so petty.
Yeah, so
crazy.
petty. Like,
Yeah.
but that's just
about
like a
it.
crazy
Holding
old
on to
man thing.
grudges is so toxic.
You're
It's
on my
crazy.
list.
Well,
Yeah,
think
on my
about it.
list.
He held a grudge against Ed Sullivan for his
Well,
whole life.
that was deserved. That was
Yeah,
deserved.
but to
Yeah,
hold
that
that
was-
grudge forever.
Well,
he
he
blacklisted
did set
him.
him
He did,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, send him back.
He sued him and he won.
I saw him
He
in a
won the lawsuit.
There was a
He did win.
documentary. or
He did
something.
blacklist him.
Yeah,
But
he definitely
didn't
blacklisted
he do something wrong to get
No,
there?
I just told the story. What happened was
Everyone, I just walked in. I'm sorry.
I'll retell the story. But what happened? Like when you're going to be in like the Tonight Show or something, right? You plan your exact 5 minutes. So Jackie had like his exact 5 minutes down. 2 minutes in, they start waving him off, right? And he doesn't know why at all. We explain this in the musical, actually, the JackieMasonMusical.com. We explain it, but anyway, so they start waving him off. He doesn't know what's going on. He's confused, so he starts going like this.
Uh-huh.
It was totally misinterpreted that he gave Ed Sullivan the finger, which he didn't. And Lyndon Johnson had to make an emergency address about something. So then he got blacklisted for 20 years. He was in Florida doing nothing. Met my mom at a Wolfie's Delicatessen. So I told them, I should repeat this, right?
And you do the tag.
Yeah. Yes. So what happened was So he meets my mom because he's dicking around Florida doing nothing. He's performing for like $10 a ticket at the Fontainebleau in Miami Beach, right? Meets my mom.
It's a decent door deal back then, by the way.
Yeah. Eventually, finally, I'm born, right? But what happened was, so JFK was shot. Lyndon Johnson was the president. He made an address which caused Jackie to give Ed Sullivan the finger which he didn't actually do. He did this, but not the finger. But because of that, he was set back all these years. He went to Miami, did nothing. So when people wonder why I have a picture of Lee Harvey Oswald on my wall,
That's funny.
he had 2 guns. They say 2 guns were involved, but there was actually a 3rd gun.
That's
That's
hysterical.
what he said, right? Did I get it
Yeah,
right?
you got it. That's the tag. Tony Walker.
So that's what happened.
Good stuff.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Good stuff.
Tony Walker walks around faster than a lot of people.
He's fast. He's fast. But he's one of the few people that Fat Jay could beat in a foot race. So
I just saw him pacing by.
yeah, he just walked by. I don't know where he's headed now, but yeah, Tony Walker.
That's only if there's a Mars bar at the other end of the finish line.
Yeah, then Jay will get there quick.
There's a joint and a piece of chocolate, then Jay will beat him in a race. It's all schematic. All right, that was a cheap joke, and you can expect nothing less from Tim Crombie.
They were a fun crowd, right?
In there?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, great.
Yeah, good stuff. It's good to see you,
Just
Tim.
being humble, man. I walked through the showroom. You were crushing.
Oh,
That's very humble, man.
well,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
He's been so humbled by life with his kids and
Is that
his
what it
wife.
is?
Like he's so look at this man. He's so broken. He's
He's still
so
together.
problems.
The shirt's iron. He's
I
got the
know,
nice
he looks
watch.
great. You look
He's
great.
co-
I'm
color
still bringing the heat.
coordinated,
I don't
the
want to die
haircut
fat. That's
is
my
sharp.
big thing.
You've just been through the mill, though.
Yeah.
God.
Do you
You're still
remember
taking care of
when-
yourself.
I had
He's
you on
in
the
good
podcast.
shape. He's
I-
not
He's
look
in
at that.
great
Yeah.
shape.
I spoke to him for 30 seconds. It's like I feel like crying.
Well, I had him on my podcast during COVID. I don't know. if
Oh
you
yeah,
remember
that was awesome.
And my mother-in-law, in the middle of it, brings me in for whatever reason. Just walks in and brings me these bagels with pizza bagels. And he's like, "Pizza bagels? What are you, 12 years old?" He starts to rip them.
You're 12 years old, and your mother brought them in. My mother, I just wouldn't even fucking.
I was like, "What the hell is she doing? Why are you?"
When I was 12, if I asked my mother for food, she'd be like, "Get your stupid ass up and get it yourself."
Oh my God,
Yeah.
my family did the opposite. My dad was sick and tired of me eating, so he was always like, he's like a mad scientist, and his inventions were always like to ruin me and ruin my life and make my life more miserable. He got like all these like big seatbelts, and he like got him like he built like this contraption where he padlocked the refrigerator
Damn.
with these seatbelts.
Oh, that's not mentally
And I could
scarring.
only eat certain things. Yeah, he was sick and tired of me just kind of going,
They're
just
Russian.
having free access to the
wow.
fridge.
But his sister became a supermodel, so
It worked out.
it
And
kind
that's
of
how
worked.
you become a success.
That's right.
Wow.
What'd she learn at her bar mitzvah? How to throw up.
Yeah. She actually did have an eating disorder.
Sure, she did. With
Yeah.
the
That's
story
a
you just
surefire way
told
to
me.
give your kids eating disorders.
Yeah, absolutely. Put a lock on the goddamn
Oh,
refrigerator.
it was a nightmare, man. It was a nightmare.
And then when you open it up, it's no food. It's just a man jumps out and goes, "Stop fucking eating!"
I told you not to get in there. What the hell's going on?
he was so angry when we'd eat. And he had like the same.
I'm cursing, by the way.
My
I'm
dad would
Oh,
have
yeah, you're
looked great
good.
in prison. He could eat the same fucking meals. Can I curse?
Yeah, yeah,
He
we're
could eat
good.
the same meal every day.
Yeah,
and
so
it was
he had
torture.
problems, too.
Every day the same shit. He would make.
Wow.
He didn't care that we hated it.
Was he
He
mad
would like
that-
force feed me. Like I didn't want to eat. Eastern European. He'd make borscht. And I'm like, I don't want to eat this borscht anymore. He's like, I fucking paid for it, And
Oh, that was my dad,
You're
too.
going
he
to
walked
eat.
over, he grabbed a spoon, opened my mouth, and like would jam the
Wow,
fucking borscht down my
damn.
throat. Yeah.
Every kid, though, to me, my kids eat great, and all they do is complain about the food. Chicken,
Wow.
again. I'm like, yeah, you're getting chicken. Like, I never got chicken.
Yeah, right.
I got
Lean and-
nothing. My mother was a vegetarian. I got we grazed in the backyard, and then I went out and shoplifted.
Then a vegetarian?
My mother was a vegetarian in 1973, and
Wow,
we were
ahead
like,
of the curve.
she was like, to this day, if I smell tofu with soy sauce cooking in a frying pan, I get upset.
Instant bad mood.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
instantly, that smell will make me upset.
Yeah.
Because I remember coming home from school and smelling that and realizing, like, I'm not having dinner tonight.
Wow.
Dude, all we had access to was like smoked herring and Bavarian pretzels.
Wow.
You ever Bavarian pretzel? Like wrecks the inside of your mouth. That's all we had for
I
like the
used
longest
to
time.
go to the 7-Eleven and me and my brother would shoplift burritos and stuff.
And then you have to sneak that. Your mom can't know you.
My brother would sneak out the window of our bedroom and come back with stuff. We would take the money, we'd save up money, and I was like, just go get whatever, something with carbohydrates in it.
Right, yeah.
It's just proof that you could be raised on food like that and not like it. You know?
Yeah.
And I eat good, but it's like she's, it was ridiculous. She was like, it was horrible.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the restroom because we got to go do a 60th birthday party at Morton's Steakhouse in Great Neck.
All right. Well, you're awesome.
Thank you
Who's
so
booking?
much.
Who books that?
Thanks for having me.
I booked it.
Say yours.
Speaking of meats, they're going to be getting
we'll go
some
after
steaks
you're done.
tonight. Yeah,
Yeah.
very
What are you
good.
talking
Yeah.
about? I live on Long Island. You didn't book me on that?
Next time.
Tim,
man.
it is great to see you, man. And you're in great shape. Like, so...
I'm not in great shape.
Because I remember with the bagel thing, you were telling me, like, you know how fattening that is. Like you actually.
I'm sorry.
No, you woke me up. I was like.
Well, I was
this guy
worried
is
in the
trying-
pandemic that everybody was just gonna,
Yeah, we're all gonna drop.
I was like, man, people are just gonna die from fatness.
When did you get married?
15 years ago?
50. Okay. So how'd you meet your wife? Through comedy or?
No, it's a mail order situation.
Oh, good.
No, I'm just
That's better, I think.
No, I'm not.
Clearly, it worked out.
No,
so.
I met her. I knew her. She worked in radio in the same radio company I was writing for, but then we ran into each other years later.
Were you a wild partier? I can't tell with
No.
you. No?
I went out. I went out. I was never a big drinker. I never did drugs.
Nothing.
You got like a Charles
I,
Rose.
I
teetotaler.
smoked cigarettes at one point for years. I was a smoker.
Oh, really? You smoked?
Back in like
Wow.
the 90s, yeah.
Wow.
But it's because I had a girlfriend. She was a chain smoker. And I think that's what did it to me. Like, I was just so used to being around it. And her whole family, like, they're very Italian. They would eat with the cigarettes next to the plate.
Yeah, old
And they'd
school.
they'd smoke in between courses.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm going to die from the, either way, I'm going down with this one. But I haven't smoked in years.
Yeah, I quit a long time. I quit about 10 years ago, too. I used to smoke. One day I'm out there in freezing cold.
Yeah.
I'm
I
really
remember
addicted to this shit.
when I started comedy, you could smoke on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did that. I remember, and then they got rid of it. But then if you were on the road in Pennsylvania, you could smoke on the Late Show. Who was I with once? I was doing a club. Oh, I can't remember who I was with, but it was like a whole week, and we would just smoke. We just chain smoked on stage together. At the end of the show, we'd both go up and start smoking, doing jokes. So, it was Louis Ramey. That's what it was.
Oh,
Me and
nice,
Louis Ramey.
yeah.
Why do I remember that?
That's a status symbol, though. Like, if you
What's
get
up,
to the
brother?
level, you could smoke on stage, like Chappelle.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're like an incredible level.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
smoked in years. Who's that?
Oh, it's right there, red phone.
So,
Yeah, and because nowadays, man, trying to be healthy it gets harder and harder.
yeah, because everything's processed, everything's boxed, everything you can grab and eat right away. That's the hard part. That's what my kids, they just, even with me, like I get them up in the morning getting ready for school. It's like, who wants a protein bar for breakfast?
Well, that's,
I'm
I
like-
mean,
There you go.
dude, but that's like I do the road a lot, and I'm constantly.
Oh, it's impossible.
It's so hard. Every comedy club, it's like the
Fried
same
food.
horrible fried food.
Yeah, it's-
like why?
it's
When
like
I go on the
stacked
road, I
against
bring
you.
a box of.
They're trying to kill us.
A box of organic protein bars, and I buy a big thing of water, and I try to
Yeah.
eat that, and then I'll eat the one. I try to find a grilled something like grilled chicken or something.
Right.
I don't work the road like I lived on the road for years, and it was impossible to stay healthy. I mean, when I toured with John Panette, then it was really impossible to stay
Oh,
healthy.
wow.
Yeah, when me and John were on the road together all those years, he used to joke because I would leave for like a couple of weeks, and I'd work out and lose all the weight, and then I'd come back, and he'd be like, "You're gonna lose." I'd gain 15 pounds in a 2-week tour with him. It was nuts.
Dude, what's
Yeah.
crazy about Panette was he started losing weight, and that's like around the time when he passed.
So he had his stomach stapled years before that, so he couldn't eat a lot.
Right, yeah.
A lot of it was just skin. So even when I was going out with him, even though we'd go to a restaurant, and the restaurant would bring us so much, he wouldn't even have to order it. Like, they knew him.
Right,
They'd
right.
just fill the table with food, and he would just pick it, all the different. He liked to taste all the different things.
Yeah.
But I grew up with, I ate everything. I'm like,
Right,
whatever
no,
left over, Daddy's taking down. And he used to laugh. He's like, I'm watching you eat. He's like, and he'd eat late. Like, we'd eat in the hotel room at 2 a.m. He'd have food waiting for us at like the hotel room sometime, like at the suite. We'd go.
Right,
But
yeah.
it was just late eating and just stuff like that. But he couldn't. And then what happened was he had gotten all the skin removed.
Yeah.
Actually, right before he died, I was with him the week before. He looked great. He was wearing like regular jeans. Like,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
amazing. He had lost he had had 40 pounds of skin removed or whatever it was.
Damn, holy
and,
shit.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but
that sucks. Imagine that your whole life you're battling weight, you finally conquer it, and then that's it. It's like,
well, that was the only thing he was battling too. So it was hard, but
dude,
he looked great. I mean, he looked tremendous. He was light on his feet, and yeah. I mean, I saw pictures of him back in the day, and I was like, couldn't even recognize. It was like he's like I was a planet. Him and Sinatra together, like he was really big back then, when he was opening for Frank.
Probably.
Wow. I didn't know that. He opened for Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, he opened for. I have stories. Like, I mean, this could go on forever.
He's
wild.
He's one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen live. Ever.
Yeah.
I was literally in tears, stomach. He was in Raleigh. Did you travel with him to Good Nights in Raleigh?
No, he wouldn't bring me to a small club like that.
Right,
he might, but if he was working on something.
I didn't know. Maybe I saw you there back.
We
in the
did
day.
the improvs and stuff down in Florida because those held a lot of people.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
mainly just did the theaters and casinos and stuff with
nice.
them. But
Yeah,
and we
man.
do here. He loved Governors, and he would
Yeah.
do like 10 shows here to prep for one of his specials that we wrote. We did like the warm up here, so he flew from here to go tape it.
When did he die?
He died in 2014.
14.
I want to say because Eva wasn't born yet, my daughter, so it was like
Yeah.
right before that.
Wow.
Yep, it was.
Where were you were you in town with him when this went?
No, so what happened was I was in LA with him, and then we did the Comedy and Magic in Hermosa Beach. It's a very famous club, one of the best clubs. He was doing a warm up because he was coming back from being sick, and we were gonna go on tour. The next week he was doing the Improv in Brea, maybe, or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but what happened was the whole thing had gotten canceled. We were supposed to be away. He was ill. He's getting better. We're going to go out there, blah, blah, blah. I fly out there. We meet. We're writing just to get, going again. He has Brea. I couldn't do it. I flew back. I don't know what I had. I had something else that I booked. He was like, no, go do that. Plus, I was like, I don't want to be away for 2 weeks. I just had my second son. I think my wife might have been pregnant with Kristen. Kristen might have been pregnant. I can't remember. No, she wasn't pregnant with my daughter yet. So, my daughter was born in 2015, so this is 2014, definitely. So she wasn't pregnant with him, but I had my son, Jack.
Right.
Yes. So I flew back. I'm sorry this is long, but I flew back because I was like, he's like, no, don't be away for 2 weeks. Go home. So I went home. I had gigs booked here, and that's where he did the weekend there. I had my friend open for him in California, and she was like, it's going great, it's going great. Then he flew back. We talked on the phone for 5 days every day.
Wow.
And then he went to Pittsburgh for his niece's wedding, and that's where he passed away.
Right.
At the hotel room of his niece's wedding. I didn't talk to him for 2 days. So I found out on the Sunday. Last time I talked to him was on the Thursday or maybe Friday morning.
Wow.
And I got a text from somebody else saying, I'm so sorry for your loss. And I was like, I think you're texting the wrong person. He's like, this is Tim. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I think you need to Google and look in the news. I'm like, for what? He's like, he goes, I think John Panette, something happened to him. But I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I would be the first one. So I did it, and it just popped up 5 minutes. It was only 5 minutes on the AP, and then my phone rang, and it was his manager, and then it was like a whole thing. It was like I was actually driving out to McGuire's.
Oh wow!
I had to jump in the car because I had I might have been headlining here.
Right.
Thursday,
yeah.
Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday I had McGuire's. I think that might have been it, and then I came. I was driving. While I was driving, I was like, I got to go do this show. Like I can't.
Right, yeah, but you must have been devastated.
I was devastated, but I'm like, I got to do the show. I need the money now because I had a whole 2 years booked with John.
Right, yeah.
Basically, that was going to pay for. I was going to close on a house the next week.
Wow,
man.
Which I already was closing on because everything was signed, money was already transferred.
Yeah.
But my wife was not going to go back to work. It was a whole life-changing experience.
Yeah.
I lost everything.
Wow, damn.
And I was like, and on the ride out there, my phone was just like, bum, 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 like text message. I must have had 50 or 60 text messages between Massapequa and McGuire's. And and then I just texted everybody back, and I'm just like, just bring me up. I'll close the show. And then I got in the car and I drove home.
Wow.
But I didn't process it probably until his funeral.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your mind's blown. There's so many things going on.
Yeah, and then you were in survival mode because you got kids. You just got this house. What was your biggest part of your income just left because you put all your eggs in that one basket.
Right.
And it's just you just survive. You just.
So what did you do?
I just got to work. That's the only way I could say it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just got to work. Like, didn't think about it. Had enough to pay the mortgage. Had my writing job. And I did that. And just, my wife still took
And that's with the radio station.
She took 2 years off. And then she's like, I got to go back to work just for the health insurance. Because then my health problems started kicking in for me and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's still survival mode. It never gets better, you know.
Right, yeah.
I was on track good, and then the pandemic hit, and then it went down again. But
always unexpected things.
Yeah, you never can control it, and it's just. But that was like devastating. I told my wife, I think I didn't mourn that for like a couple of years. I think like 2 years later, I was still in total shock. And then what happened was they would have all these like John Panette tribute nights, and they'd want me to be at them. So like I did one in L.A. They did this huge thing for him at the Improv, and I had to speak at it.
Wow.
Then they did one at Caroline's, and I was just like, I don't want to speak at these things anymore. Because I was just walking on stage, and I'd just break down within 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
I'd give this great speech, and then I'd break down. You got to go, buddy?
I gotta go.
It's
Those
always
are fascinating
Alan.
stories. I mean, I wish I could stay, but I gotta run,
Hey,
guys.
take
Thanks
care,
for having me
man.
on.
Good to meet you, man. Yeah.
Thanks Alan, everybody. Yeah.
Alan Fuchs on Instagram.
That's
Alan
right, buddy.
Fuchs, everybody.
Yeah,
Check him
man,
out on
you too,
Instagram.
brother. Be in touch.
Great guy.
Thanks, guys.
You got a gig on Long Island.
Sure.
Call Daddy.
Yeah.
Now you know I need the money.
So, man, with John Panette, you said you wrote with him too. You wrote.
Yeah. That was how I started really with him. Yeah.
So do you have any of any of his classic bits? Were you were you part of any of those?
Some of them. Yep.
Like 4 hours.
No, that was way before me. Yeah. So, like, he actually was about to do a special. That was the whole tour we were going to do before he passed, and then he was going to tape a special.
Right.
That's most of that material I have on my computer still.
Wow.
In a file of jokes that people saw at clubs, but some didn't, and some stuff we were still working on. But he had an hour already. Like, it was just kind of polishing up the hour.
Right, yeah.
And then I'm sure in that year there would have been another hour that came out of it.
Right, yeah. He
So,
was a powerhouse. And
you never knew what he was going to do. Like, we'd write material, but I'd be like, open with sometimes to get him focused, I would just be like, just open with these 2 jokes, and then close with these 2 jokes. Right. And he'd be like, okay. And if he did that, everything in between, he would just, even though it was written, you didn't know what he was going to segue, because he could segue out of nowhere and then come back to the joke 20 minutes later. Yeah. Like, he could get off on a tangent and 20 minutes later be like, oh, yeah, and then I was talking about what happened at the mall, and then the whole place would go nuts because they didn't know where it was coming from, you know?
Yeah, man, there's great comics and then there's amazing comics.
Yeah, he's legendary.
He's legendary. Just the way his persona on stage, the way he told the joke, the way he set up, his facial expressions, everything about him.
It was a perfect, in my mind, of physical talent, comedic talent, writing talent, and performance talent. He's just a great performer. He was a great actor. He could sing. He was a musical. He could do musical. Like, he was just he had everything. You know, they call it what is it? A triple threat. He was a quadruple threat.
Yeah.
He was a quadruple threat.
Man.
Sing, dance, comedy, act. He was a quadruple threat. So,
dude, I remember he had a bit about some kind of bread that he was like, it's like a loofah. I could take a bath with it.
He would change jokes like that all the time.
Yeah.
But the best stuff he had wasn't even about food at the end. Like, we were doing a lot of stuff just about him in situations that drove him crazy. A lot of stuff about TV, like at the time it was all these crazy reality shows. He was doing a lot of stuff on reality shows on the Amish Mafia and stuff like that. There was a show called the Amish Mafia.
Yeah.
He had it was so funny. He would do stuff on the crab fishing show. I forget what it's called. Deadliest Catch. He was just it's like, if you haven't watched the show, let me break it down for you. They go out and they fish for crabs. Sometimes they catch some crabs. Sometimes they don't catch some crabs. Then the next day they go out. They fish for crabs. Sometimes they catch the crabs. Now, you should have saw the season finale. Phenomenal. They went out, catch for crabs. And then they caught some, but then they didn't. It's like he would just go on around. It was so funny.
When you write for him, like, you know, obviously you're using his voice, so, like, you know, you got to feel, like, in tune with him to some degree, right?
So the key to write for him, I found, at first it was really hard because I didn't know what to do because he was always just all over as far as structure, and they were like, we want him to he's like, I need more structure to do these specials. He liked it, you know, because he was so good on the stage, he could just, So what I would do is I would sit outside. I'd have a desk right where he would be performing. Unless we were at a club, I'd be in agreement with the TV. But usually on the stage, I'd have like a little desk and I'd have a paper, and I'd write opening and closing, and then I'd listen to the bit. I'd write the bit, and then I'd listen to him do the bit with all the funny lines in it. And if he said something new that I never heard before, I would write that down, and then I'd try to write 5 other things that went with that.
Wow.
And then I'd go on to the next thing, and then I'd listen to the same thing. Okay, this is the bit. I know the bit. This is funny. This is funny. Okay, I never heard him say that before. That got a laugh.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
and then what we would do is before he went on, we would riff about, oh, this is funny when you did this. This is funny. And then I would say the lines, and he'd be like, that's hysterical, right? Then he would like, oh, let's do that. And then,
Wow,
and sometimes he'd do that with me. He'd watch me, and he'd be like, oh, we're going to do this next time. And then he would talk about my act. Like, we would do that. But usually that's how I did it with him. And then I'd be like, and then he might bring up a topic I never heard before.
Right, yeah.
About something that was just in his mind because he watched it on TV last night in the hotel room, and I'd have to sit there, and then I would be like...
Just noting
as fast as I could. Those were the most important things, but usually it was like if he had a bit, and then always another premise would come out of something that he said about something else.
Wow.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's just the comfortability of being on stage, and you do an hour and a half on stage, you're going to get 10 minutes of stuff maybe that he just wants to talk about.
So that's I would think... a dream job for a lot of comics and a lot of comic writers is to be touring with someone like a John Panette who's that brilliant and that like next level comic.
It was great. It was the best. Bye, Sheba.
Take care, Sheba.
Drive
You're
safe,
awesome.
honey. Good to see you.
Good luck with the steak place.
Yeah, it was a dream for me, especially as someone who I never wanted to be famous.
Really?
I never wanted like fame, and I just wanted to work and make money and make a living. So for me, it was perfect because I never wanted to be the front famous guy.
And you're touching it, but you're not.
Yeah, I mean, if it happens, it happens. But like, I would never want to be any more famous than he was.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like, I would never want to be like a movie star.
Right, because I'm sure
even when I was
you go
younger,
anywhere, he's very recognizable. People.
Well, even John was recognizable, but we could go to the mall and go shopping when we were in Pittsburgh or something like that. It would be fine.
Right.
And people would come up, and people were generally nice. His friends were rampant. His fans were rampant for him.
Yeah.
But one time we were at a theater, and the limo came to the wrong spot, and we come out of the theater. There's 2,000 people standing there waiting for him. And he's like, oh, and they come running. It was like a Beatles moment.
Wow,
and I'm like, holy shit. And I just started working with him. And he looks at it, and he grabs me because all he was talking about is we got to get back to the hotel before the restaurant closes.
Right.
We were starving.
Right.
So he throws me in the limo, and he goes, get out of here. You'll never make it, kid. And I'm like, what the and I'm laughing. And he bangs. He goes, don't forget to order me some cake. And he hits the top of the limo, and the limo takes off. And I'm like in the limo. I'm like, what was that? And then I see him. I turn around, look out the window, and they all surround him. He's like, all right, everybody, and he's signing stuff.
Wow, damn.
And he, like 45. So I get back to the restaurant. I order soup. I order everything that I think he's gonna want.
Right.
And then I ordered him a giant thing of chocolate cake. And he gets there, and he's like, oh, you made it. And he's eating, and we eat the food. He's so happy he has his food. We're drinking whatever, and then they I said, bring the cake out at the end. I told the waitress, and I bring the cake out at the end. Now again, he can't. He only could pick really.
Right, yeah, because he doesn't eat
He's
a lot.
picking, and I'm laughing. And he comes out, and they bring the cake out. He's like, he brought the cake. It was so funny. Like, it's the least I could do. It was so funny. It was like a Beatles moment.
That's freaking awesome, man.
Get out of here! You'll never make it. They're gonna kill you. Oh man.
Did you write for any other comics throughout your career? You still
Have I written jokes for anybody else?
Yeah, you still doing that type of stuff?
Not right now, I'm not, but I have written jokes, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've written for people have asked me to write stuff for them, yeah. I mean, I don't really talk about some of them, don't want you to talk about it, but I've written jokes for people, yes, that are famous.
Oh, that's cool, yeah. So you're getting into a lot of different personas when you write these jokes, right? Because I always wondered
I look at a joke that they're doing, and I'll either say, this is fun, like, I'll add to that, or this is another direction you could go.
Right.
That was one thing, speaking of John, I always learned working to him. John, if I brought up a premise or a joke that was raw, he would always try to go with it the opposite way.
Right.
If I set up, because he wanted to look in the other direction, I was like, that's genius.
That is genius.
And he's like, He's like, this is the first way I go before I'll go back the other way. So I'll try to do that when I'm writing with somebody, is I'll try to look the complete opposite way.
Right.
And if that doesn't work, we can go back to this, and because we know that works.
Right.
But if we go this way, something brand new might happen. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he would take your joke and try to look at it from a different angle.
Totally different angle, or maybe we'll do this instead, the opposite of what I said, the complete opposite, and then it'll be like, and then we'll take a bit of that, and then that was the way he did it. Now, sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't, but I've seen with writing jokes, I think that's a great way to go about it, and I do that with myself. I have to do it with myself. I'm better at doing it with other people than I am with myself. Like, it's harder for me to dissect something I'm writing. I could dissect anybody else's joke, but for me, I have to stop, think about it, and dissect it. So,
because most of your stuff that you're writing for yourself is coming from your family. That's your kind
yeah, I mean, it wasn't always like that, though, you know.
Yeah, because, like, if you're writing a joke for some other comic, and then do you ever say, man, I want this one. This is, or do you say, you know what?
You know, if it's my job, it's my job. Like, I look at it like a job, you know.
Right.
There's plenty of jokes out there.
Yeah. Well, that's what's good about when you're the guy. It's all coming from your brain. You have stock.
And writing jokes is a rhythm. Like, if I don't write jokes with somebody, or am I doing it? It's like I lose that little edge. But when you get into a room with somebody that's doing the same thing and gets on the same rhythm as you, then it just comes out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's that too. I think when you're alone, it's hard to get that going. You know. I was just writing with somebody, a comedian that was out west doing a thing. She called me and said, "Can you help me?" Blah blah. I said, "Of course." And she's great, and she's just like, this is like, even though like we were writing jokes that she wasn't even going to use on this thing, she was like, this is great because just riffing with you, we're getting a million I'm getting all this stuff, because she's like, I don't have anybody else to work off of. You know, it's hard to get together with somebody and work off with them. I'm like, well, just call me and we'll do it. And then, we were on the phone for like an hour and a half just riffing. And I'm like, this would be funny, this would be funny. I'm like, this would be funny. And then sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's not. And then when it's really funny when both of you laugh. So that's the best way to write jokes.
And that's how the magic happens. Like for me too, like when I'm writing or working on something, like I'll call it Tony, me and Tony Walker over here, and we'll start riffing, and all of a sudden you start coming up, all these great little things start popping, and we're just riffing off each other. And then next thing I know, write this down, because we're working on a script. And man, so I think there is something to that. I think too, just having somebody to talk to, even if the other person doesn't necessarily.
Well, especially if someone throws out I was thinking of this. What do you think? Well, I think that's great. Let's do this. And then next thing you know, you're just on a.
It opens up your mind.
Yeah, you're playing ping pong back and
forth.
Right.
Yeah, that's when you know you're in the beauty spot.
Oh, Tony,
so
is
neither of you have been divorced several times.
What?
You're saying? Like we come up with ideas, and everything goes nicely and everything. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for punching in on that, but you know.
Speaking of divorce, I gotta go. My wife's texted me a million times.
Tim, thanks so much. That was some great stuff, friend. Tim,
I would stay, Tony. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It was good to see you.
Tony's been trying to get me to come in here for 10 years, and
and then we got to talk.
Just gotta book me on a weekend and be here, Tony. That's all it is.
I was hoping to be here. I ended up doing double duty tonight, but I was hoping.
Yeah. There you go.
But it's good to see you as always, Tim.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. It's always so nice to see you. You guys are the best. The room looks great, by the way. Looks
great.
Thank
you. Yeah, it came out good. Thank you, buddy.
Venmo me.
Tim Croppier, everybody. The guy is awesome dude, great comedian, great comic writer.
One of the best, really.
He told some great stories about John Panette. That's what he was talking
about. Oh, really?
Joke writing with John Panette and where he was when John Panette passed away.
Oh, really?
All that kind of stuff.
I got to go back and watch.
Yeah, you got to watch. Anybody watching now? Did anybody watch that?
Do we
have any viewers?
No.
Zero.
We had some, but unless my comments are not updated, I don't know.
We've been going. Is it 9:30 or 10:30? Is that clock?
It's 9:30. Okay, so you have been in here for just about 2 hours.
Tony's been living the dream today.
Whew, man.
He got put on the main stage as an MC and just been tearing it up.
I watched audience members actually come up and say, you were the best.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing.
What, is that that you really witnessed that?
No.
No. I was going to say that didn't happen. The only person that said that was the one person I knew in the audience by coincidence.
Right. So you did the meet and greet and everything. Did you get pictures with Ben?
Yes.
Oh, good.
On stage.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Tony, baby.
Thanks to Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff took
Is
him.
Ben still here, buddy, or he left?
He is here, but he made it very clear he's not coming in here.
Yeah.
So the deal is, he did a show in Lake Placid last night.
Right, he's tired.
Drove here 6 hours. It took a little over 6 hours to get here, and he's driving home to New Jersey tonight, which is going to be close to 2 hours. Then he's performing in Nyack tomorrow night, so he's
Wait,
he's
coming
just
back
shot.
to New York?
Yeah.
Get a hotel over here and then drive up.
He's shot.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, but yeah, he's done. So he apologized. He was very nice
no,
about it. He
cool.
wasn't a dick like, I'm not going in there.
I want to get a picture with him if we can, so maybe we can wrap it. And then-
Yeah, go ahead. Go run in there.
Go run.
I'll wrap it because
Run
he was eating and running. So
Run.
Let's see.
Run.
Oh, shit, I need you with me as a buffer.
Okay, I'm coming.
it was a buffer. All right, so I'll
hold yours.
I'll sign off. Right? Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Good night, everybody. I got done cleaning the urinals.
Jeff Posey, Sheba Mason, Alan Fuchs, Nick Johnson. I'm forgetting people's names. Tim Crompier, Ben Bailey. We thank everybody that stopped in here tonight. Fat Jay, of course. Oh, he's gone?
No, he's in there with James right now. So.
Oh, okay. So I was just naming everybody. Johnson is not Nick Johnson. What's his name? The kid that was on the couch. His last name is Johnson.
He's from Port Washington.
He is from Port Washington. Pat Johnson. Okay. So there we go. So thanks for hanging out with us today. Conversations on Friday is Matt Riccadonna? Mark Riccadonna? Or is it Kristen Conroy? No, you did that one already.
I think it's either Mark or Laura Patton.
Oh, I think it's Laura. All right. Well, either Laura Patton or Mark Riccadonna this week on Conversations.
Also on deck, and then we have Clayton Fletcher.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's good.
He's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have him on here?
I think I did have him on here.
He's awesome. He's going to be at the brokerage on January 26th.
Oh, where is he from?
West Side Comedy Club. He MCs it. He also wrote a book. He's been in a lot of movies. He's a poker player.
Oh, okay. I think I may have had him. I'm not sure now. I got to see his face.
Super cool dude. So
Okay.
That one's coming too, and he has a TRQ and all that stuff. So
Right.
Conversation will be
Conversations.
coming out.
Don's
I got
random
the whole-
questions.
Yeah, well, November's already, and then we got that Tessa chick.
Right. Tessa. What was it? Tessa Morrow?
Testimonia.
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 That's a great name. Let's see. And then on this Monday on Knock 'em Dead, we got Ian Cunningham. He's an actor out of England. Tuesday, comedian Karen Krench will be joining me and Sean Elliott. Thursday, we have a dancer, Stephanie Falciano, will be in here. She's a friend of me and Jeff.
Nice. You got a dancer coming in, Jeff? I have a dancer?
Stephanie is coming in here on Thursday.
Stephanie
From Knock 'em
our
Dead.
Wonderful Knock 'em Dead
And
comedy.
there is a chance that Shevlin's showing up too on Thursday. I don't know if that's definite, but Stephanie will be here. Friday, joining me and Andy will be Helene Witt and Linda Marcus Smith. So it's a fun week.
Where are we next? We're at where? We're at the Belport.
Knock 'em Dead Comedy next Saturday. So Don, we're not in here next Saturday.
Okay.
We have a murder mystery in Belport.
Okay.
Redneck Wedding.
A redneck wedding murder
Thank you
mystery
very
at the
much.
Belport Brewing Company.
That's right. We're gonna be there, and we're gonna be doing a whole bunch of hoe down and hoe ups and.
Jeff does not play my daughter in this one, but he still plays a woman.
Well, I can't help it now because I loves me a dress every now and again, and I loves the lipstick and the eyebrows and everything that goes along with it, and I love working with Knock 'em Dead comedy. It's
See
amazing.
that? You get Tim Crompier, I get this.
I know. Look, you
That
get.
conversation with Tim was great, and the one with them about Jackie and her dad. She has,
Oh, really? Yeah.
Listen, you get some. Listen, Don Sill gets someone famous, and I got him a Jackie and a Cokie, and not a Jackie and a Masony. And I go ahead and Tony Walker's got a whole bunch of like, hi, how you doing?
We're out of here. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. Live from Governor's Green Room, Don Sill, Jeff Posey, and myself. Everybody.